Couple announcements before we start. We got the Family Mart Hangout, the FMP Hangout, August 26th. Make sure you guys get tickets at FamilyMartPod.com. I'm also performing live with DJ Final. One night only. Go get tickets. Shit's about to crack. It's going to happen in about 3.5 weeks, so make sure you guys go get your motherfucking tickets, man. Also, Ren Resales, Ren_resales on IG. It's a Discord server that focuses on finding deals across all big online retailers. Amazon price drops, price errors, travel deals, food deals, etc. Items cover everything you can think of, even collectibles for all my OGs who's into action figures and Funko Pops, etc. It's also a dedicated channel for Amazon FBA sellers, which gives you sourcing info, ROI, and sales rank. First 10 new members to use code MERZ, MERZ, can get 50% off their first month. All the information is in the description.
We talking about practice.
This is the hottest sports show that's not a sports show. Let's have a conversation. Welcome back, y'all, to Talking About Practice, a sports show that's not just a sports show, but where we sit down and have conversations with compelling people. I'm your host, the almighty Merz. Tonight's episode is going to be fucking fantastic. I expect us to be fully lituated. We got a true Vegas OG, Cimarron Spartans legend and Bishop Gorman alum, a sports and street fashion connoisseur, designer. I'm not even going to say like fashion designer or this. He's just a designer. This dude is just a creative genius when it comes to fly shit. Let's put it that way. He's also a father, a husband. One of my good friends I've known for over a decade. I think like almost 15 years, man. It's been a long time.
Wow.
Make some noise for my man, Noel Corral, a.k.a. Leon LaRock.
Appreciate you for having me, man.
What's up, brother?
Man, the intro, bro. I'm not used to intros.
Hey, man, that's how we do it, bro. I just want to give you your flowers and let people know who you are. You know what I'm saying? I think it's time. I've known you for a long time, but now it's time for the people to know who you are. Actually, when we scheduled this interview or conversation, whatever you want to call it, you were like, yo, you got to do fit checks.
Yep.
So we're going to introduce a new segment.
All right.
Right now, it's the fit check segment.
Debut.
What you rocking, my boy?
Where do you want me to start? All right.
Whatever, man. Whatever.
You know, I had to keep it simple, with just the Jordan 1 cement lows.
Okay, I see you, man.
Regular release. A lot of people slept on. It's all good.
I definitely slept on them. I wanted them, but I slept on it literally.
Just because they ain't supreme, you know what I mean? Just
still fly.
You still got to cop them.
Elephant print, still fly.
And so I got a little bit of LA brands on me. I got minimal on the shorts, on the Paisley shorts.
Yeah.
The knit shorts. I have Move in Silence t-shirt.
Okay.
Mexico joint with the raised screen printed on there. The puff. Had to represent my people, you know what I mean?
Is that the Mexican eagle?
Yep.
From the flag?
Yep, the seal. Exactly.
Shit's
and
hard.
Then, I have the little Mexico World Classic New Era fitted with the custom scorpions embroidered on there. Shout out to my family who's from Mexico. So the scorpions, don't get it twisted, because a lot of people see scorpions now and they're related to the whole Griselda crew, and they see scorpions. It's all love, but
right.
It's just a representation of where my family comes from, of the state of Durango.
Durango.
It's in the northern part of Mexico. Yeah. Right underneath Chihuahua.
Oh, okay.
So Durango is pretty much the land of the scorpions.
Oh.
So everywhere you go, you're gonna see not just scorpions running around, but you're gonna see scorpions like real scorpions, and like they make them out of clocks, bro. Like each dial is like a scorpion that they
so it's like the mascot, basically.
Yeah.
Of the town, of the city.
Yeah, exactly.
My girl's father is from Durango.
Oh yeah, so she knows what's up. They'll know what's up.
Yeah.
And man.
What you rocking on for the lenses, bro?
I got these straight from Italy. You know what I mean? This is I didn't go to Versace here. It's straight from the land.
Straight from the land, bro.
So I got these murdered out Versace. They call them the Biggie joints.
The Biggie joints, bro. Without the gold.
Wait. No pun intended. No disrespect, you know what I'm saying?
No disrespect.
Biggie's one of the illest, the GOAT. R.I.P., man. But so when I went to the store, real quick, when I bought these, I was looking for the black with the gold emblem on the side.
Yeah.
And so they're like, oh no, we don't have those. We're sold out. And I'm just like, oh damn, it's all good. And then they showed me these, and I looked at them. I was like, man, I kind of
wanted the gold.
But then when I seen these and I put them on, I was like, you know what? Yeah, it's like the gold was. I guess I seen another pair with I think it was like the silver or like it was just too flashy once I put them on.
Yeah,
I wanted to be more subtle. More,
mafioso.
Exactly. More, I guess more business minded. Where like you could just put on some all black shades. But yeah, man. And I didn't know. She told me when I said, "Oh yeah, I want the ones." I guess this model is called the Biggie.
No way, for real.
Unless she was just trying to play. Unless she was trying to sell.
She's in Italy though. That's
and she was like, no, she knew what I was talking about.
Yeah.
When she said the Biggies, I'm like, and I showed her pictures of Biggie wearing the glasses. Like, no, I want these ones. Like, no, yeah, they're called the Biggies. I had to look it up.
That's wild.
And I'm like, yo, I was like,
that's kind of dope though.
Yeah, for sure.
What about around your neck, man? You got what we rocking? 14K, 24K?
Oh no, it's 14.
14?
14, a little 10-year anniversary gift from the wife.
Nice.
So,
nice.
Shout out to her.
Shouts to Jen.
Shout out to her.
Yeah, I'll bleep that out if you don't want her name out there, but shouts to wifey. Shouts to wifey. Just to let y'all know, man, Noel's sneaker game is wild. Okay, like when he's saying, like, some of you guys are probably like, damn, his shoes are tight or whatever. I wish I had those. This dude, when I went to his crib, bro, he has like from the floor to the ceiling sneakers, bro. Sneakers. And then he'll be like, yo, I just got rid of all my joints. And I'll come back and then he's got like a whole room with fucking boxes of shoes. And I'm like, what you mean you got rid of all of them? You still got them. And then he'll be like, yo, I'm done copping these. I'm only rocking AJ1 lows, Air Maxes. That's it. And then I don't know, he's got all of them, like every single pair, bro. It's wild, man. Like you want to talk about like a dude with clout in the sneaker game? It's my man right here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's one of those things where you've been there, done that. Yeah. To me, the sneaker game. I mean, shout out to the young bucks that are doing their thing with it. But growing up, as far as I can remember, I think my first pair of Jordans were in 1994, I believe it was, if I'm not mistaken. It was the Jordan 10 Carolina Blues. I was in middle school. That's I know fire. That, but I never had Jordans like as a kid, as a baby or anything like that. So I remember I bugged my parents for those. Yeah, and I was so excited, man. I ran those to the fucking ground. And they finally the pinky, where the pinky toe sits. Yeah. Man, there was a hole just popping out of that. I wore those to death. But
that's what you got to do, man.
But no, so I've been ever since that first pair, man. I was just so hooked to just sneakers. Yeah, preferably Jordans, because I grew up role model, idol, like you wanted to be like Mike. You know what I'm saying? So.
Because your parents moved here from Chicago, right?
My dad.
Your dad moved here from Chicago.
My dad lived out there, and then he was just, to Mexico, and then, obviously ended up moving to Vegas. But yeah, I mean, being in those days was just it was fun. It was fun because going back to like your whole sneaker reference, that's when you had to actually like hunt for your shoes. We didn't have stock X's and goats and stuff like that.
Paying like 300%.
Yeah, so everything is so attainable now. So the fun is out of it. Yeah, I mean you got to rock what you like, not just because of hype and all this. Right. And you're paying all this money for all these shoes. It's cool, but to me, it's like it's so attainable now where you can just find it anywhere. Yeah. Back then, like you didn't know about retros back then. You didn't, so you had to actually go find them. Yeah. And Nike Talk, those when that first started, and you saw previews of shoes, but I remember when the Bulls would come out during playoff time with the black socks and then the black shoes, and then you would see Jordan. I remember like the first time when I think it was 95, 96, when he came out with those black and red 11s. And
I remember that.
And Scottie Pippen had the up tempos, and you saw the air. Like you didn't see them during the season because they debuted their new shoes like in the playoffs, right? The new colorways. So You knew there was a new colorway coming out, but you didn't know how it was going to look.
Right.
You know, there was no previews of them back then, and I just remember I couldn't wait till the playoffs came because back then there was only like 4 colors that came out.
Right.
Home and away, all-star, and playoff.
That's it.
And that was it.
That's it.
Now you got a fucking shoe coming out every day.
Yeah,
like,
different colorways.
It's so saturated. It's so saturated now that
collaborations.
It kind of took the fun out of it.
Right.
And you still have your favorites, but to me, I'm just like kind of over it. You know?
Yeah, I feel you. But you still got the flyest shit though. Every time I'm like, man, my man got the.
But you know what? When you see me though, I'm gonna rock regular shit. I mean, I still got a lot of stuff that's stashed.
Yeah.
Some heat, but
dead stock shit. And
I just when I come around to wear it, then it'll be that day. But right now, I mean, I just like.
I'm glad we don't wear the same size because I'd be broke. So I'm like, yo, let me get these, man. How much, man? Let me get these. But you know what's crazy though is like I remember you texting in our group chat one time. You're like, yo, look what I found, and it was a receipt of some Jordans you bought like in 2001 or 99 or whatever, and the price point for Jordans back then is unbelievable compared to what they're selling for now. You know what I mean?
I mean, even goes before my time. Like Jordan 1s used to be on the sell rack.
Yeah,
for
real.
$15.
Yeah,
I saw like
bro.
a little sell ticket on there on the box for like $15.99.
Bro,
crazy.
I bought my first pair of Jordans. They were the Jordan 12s playoffs. They were in a women's shoe store. By all means, in a women's shoe store. I don't know how much they cost back then. I was like in middle school. Actually, I was in elementary school. And I remember I begged my moms to get them. And she copped them for me because they were on sale. You know what I mean? Like they were probably like $50 to be real with you. And they were my favorite pair. Like you, I wore them joints to the ground, bro.
Yeah.
To the ground.
Do you know how much a Jordan 1 retail for back in the day? When the first release?
What, like $90?
I think it was like $60.
That's crazy.
If I'm not mistaken. Maybe 80 at most.
Yeah.
But
let me correct myself. I had the playoff, the All-Star 12s, I'm sorry.
All-Star 12s.
All-Star 12s, yeah. Not the playoff 12s.
Man, usually
All-Star 12s.
Young buck, man.
Super young, bro. Super young, man. Yo, you remember how we met, man?
I kind of do. Vaguely, but I remember I was pulling up to your crib with Frank.
With Final.
And I remember we were putting together a mixtape.
Yeah, for $9,000.
For $9,000. Shout out $9,000.
Shout out
all the guys.
Derek,
yep.
Jason
Carter.
All them guys.
Yep. And Getty. Yep.
Yeah.
The other Jason.
Yep.
Shout out to y'all, man. But yeah, I remember pulling up and we go up the stairs, go into your room.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did we record something that day? Or did we just discuss?
We were this is like, okay, so boss man, right? Like business type. This is how that dude came in. I thought I was meeting with a fucking label exec, dude. I swear to God, bro. I was like, cause Final hit me up, was like, yo, man, my boy Noel asked me, you know, they're working on a mixtape, $9,000 guys. They're kind of like up there with like the Crooks and Castles and all of them, right? I was like, what? That's fucking sick. Cause I love that shit, right? So you came through and you went over like the whole process, like, we're going to drive to Cali. We're going to record this mixtape in one day. And I was like, yo, what? I'm with it, bro. At first, actually, I was like, nah, I don't know, man. Like I don't really know y'all like that. Like, I was kind of nervous, but I ended up going with y'all. But I remember you were super business. Like, you gave me a business card, all that. And you were basically saying, like, you're like the A&R dude. Like, putting all the MCs and all the producers together. And, I mean, from there, it was dope because I remember y'all picked me up from work. Because I think I hit up Final, like, while I was at work, the day that y'all were leaving, and I was like, yo, I'm with it.
Yeah.
And then y'all picked me up from work, and that's when I met your brother, and I met Lito.
Yep.
Yeah, and then we all drove up to Cali and did the mixtape. But I remember how cool you were, though, at the same time, because you were, like, super, already had that OG vibe. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't scared of you, but I had mad respect for you off top, and I still do. Like it's never changed, man. I always look at you like an older brother, like a veteran. That's how I see you. You know what I mean? So that's how we met, man. It was super dope.
That. Yeah, no, I remember that too, because we talked about as far as doing the mixtape, you know, to pass out at Magic.
Yeah.
You know, with the new collection from $9,000 at the time, and
Crazy. Magic was like a I don't know if it was a streetwear convention, but it was a fashion convention, right?
Well, Magic is it's clothing, but like
Yeah.
then you had Magic at the time. I don't know if they still had because now you have Magic and you have like Project and you had all those Agenda and all those.
Yeah.
But at the time, I think it was only Magic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's when 9 grand was at its almost like pinnacle. I want to say with Bum B sporting that hat in that International Players video with
That's
Outkast.
right, he did. Yeah, so
Outkast, yeah.
Yeah, if you guys want to know what 9 grand was, just go pull up International Players Anthem with Outkast and Bun B and Pimp C. And Bun B's wearing, like, I think they only have a sample of it, and he's rocking the sample, right? Yeah, so it's like an all-white 9 grand fitted. It might have been like silky. I can't even remember. It had the logo in the front, and underneath was like this paisley, like purplish, like real.
I still have that.
You still got it?
I was gonna bring it. I still have it.
Damn, that's classic.
I still have it.
That's fucking classic, bro.
I still have it. It don't fit me because at the time, remember when you used to rock the fitteds
over the ears? Yeah, like fucking what's his name? Papoose. Yeah, that New York shit.
Yeah, so man. Like I'm like I tried it on. It almost fits me now because it shrunk over time. But we went to the IE to record that mixtape at Bob Phish.
At Bob Fish's studio.
Shout out David.
David Hall.
What up, boy?
This whole everybody's gonna know who Bob Phish. I talk about Bob Phish every time I get a chance, bro. Shout outs to Bob. I'm trying to get him out here to do this, and I told him if he can't come out, I'm flying to Portland.
Oh man, do it out there.
Yeah, we just have to go out there at Jackie's.
At one of his joints. Yeah,
that would be hard. So
he's doing his thing out there, man. I've been wanting to go ever since he's opened all those businesses.
Yeah, you yet? You trying to go?
Whenever you want to go.
Oh man, we gotta go.
We gotta go.
Yeah,
I've been wanting to check out Jackie's.
Yeah, just go for a weekend and just fucking and just hit all three. Just go eat.
What is it? Jackie's. It's
Jackie's, Sugar Hill, and Two Wrongs.
Oh, Two Wrongs. Two Wrongs was our first joint.
Yeah, he's about to open another one. I don't know if I could say it yet, but he's opening a fourth
one.
Yeah.
He
told you about that.
He mentioned it.
Yeah. Yeah. I ain't gonna say it because I don't know if I'm supposed to or not. But exclusive shit. But anyway, man, how's life, bro? How's your son, man?
Life is good, man. You know, my son is great. Yeah. You know, being a father is an unbelievable feeling. Yeah. Just like any, parent would say, he's, he just brings that joy every day. Right. Whether, what I'm saying, you could be feeling down, you could be happy or whatever, but with him, man, it's crazy talking about this because I might sound crazy, but every time not every time I see him, but when I thinking about it, I was like, damn, man, I'm a dad. Yeah. He's 5 years old.
That's crazy.
And sometimes I still think about that to this day because I'm like, damn, I'm your dad. Like you're gonna look, you look up to me, role model status. You try to be there for him for every moment. And he's like I say, he just turned 5, and
that's fire, bro.
He's great, man, and he just finished. Today was actually the last day of summer school.
He's about to be in kindergarten.
Kindergarten, yep.
Yeah, and he's like one of the flyest kids I've ever seen in my life,
but
bro.
We all love him to death, and but he's grown to be his own, and yeah, man.
That's good, man. I remember when I first met him at of all places. This is just so on brand. I met him at a basketball game in the box seats.
Yeah,
of a basketball game. I think we watched North Carolina play somebody, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's so on brand for you, bro. Because it's just like, bro, they don't get no more on brand than that. And he was so shy, but now he's like super, like, outgoing and things like that.
He'll
get a little bit shy.
Yeah, he'll especially with people he doesn't really see or like come around with. But he
opens up fast though.
Yeah, he's good with kids though. He loves playing with kids, and
that's dope, man.
And I haven't taken him to many like sporting events just because there's not very much going on right now. But now that he's like growing, I want to take him
so he can understand it more.
Yeah, just so he can see it. I haven't put him in no like sporting activities. Right. Just because as far as sports go, like I put it on TV and I try to have him watch it, but he's not very interested. Yeah. And
you don't want to force it on him.
I don't want to force it on him. And to me, like, I fucking love sports. Yeah. I'm like a sports fiend. Yeah. So to me, it's like seeing him trying to I try to get him to watch hockey games and stuff like that, and he'll watch, oh, Golden Knights, you know, and he'll be like, go Knights, go. And,
Yeah.
But I'm not trying to force anything on him, though. Like, so, because, you know, a lot of parents want to force their kids into playing sports.
True, yeah.
And if, I
right
mean,
off top.
For me, it's like whatever he's going to like, man. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to really force him to, like, I'm going to put him in sports. If he doesn't like it,
then we out, yeah.
Then we
on
out,
to the next.
you know? So it'll be kind of sad for me, though, because, you know, I've always wanted to.
Yeah, to kind of support your son and see him grow into sports. Maybe see him get a college scholarship
or just be into,
you know,
yeah, exactly.
Youth AAU ball club, you know.
Or something. But, you know, I'm not going to force anything on him. If he wants to be an art or musician or whatever the case may be.
Which you're still into. You're a hip hop fan. Music fan.
Yeah, I mean, I've always wanted to be associated or like be involved with like fashion, sports, or music. You know what I mean? So those
culture.
Yeah.
You know, I never got to ask you, man. Obviously, thank you for inviting me to your wedding. I had a great fucking time out there. We were in Cabo at Garza Blanca Resort, which is one of the top resorts I've ever been to. That shit was fucking amazing with the infinity pool, and they had like 3 other pools, swim up bar, and great food, great atmosphere. But I never asked, like, you, how was your experience?
Oh, man.
How was it for you? Like, what was going through your head the whole week?
You know what, though?
Because I barely saw you, low-key.
That's what I said to a lot of people that went.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, I probably didn't even say, like, more than 10 words to some of the you guys.
Because we knew what the deal was, man. I wasn't expecting to.
So I was kind of feeling like kind of bad with it because I was like, man, there's people that we invited and I barely even spoke to because it was just, you know, because some people went for a couple of days, some people stayed for a longer time.
Yeah,
it was the greatest time of my life. You know, obviously, you know, I got to marry my person, man, the one that, you know,
the love of your life, man.
Love of my life. Yeah. That be there together forever. You know.
And you said 10 years y'all been together?
It's gonna be we're 11.
Oh, 11 years.
11 now.
Wow.
Yeah, since 2012.
That's crazy, bro.
While there, everything happened so fast. You know, you do this whole planning for a year or two or whatever it is, for it to just in like 8 hours just to be
in a flash
to be done. And it was great, man. It was great seeing everyone that was able to come out, man. I appreciate you guys for coming.
Man, we appreciate the invite, man.
We would ask, me and my wife would be like, you think people had a great time? I was like, of course they fucking did. Of course they fucking did. Time. I was like, man, it's an all-inclusive resort. Drink, eat. You know, we all had a great time, man. And
I wish we stayed longer. That shit was fucking beautiful as fuck, man. Like the whole scenery, to paint the picture, it was in the middle of the resort that faced the ocean, and it was elevated onto this rooftop area. And all you could see when you're sitting there is the ocean, pretty much, and then them two, right? When obviously you were there first, and then when Jen came down, they played the music and all that, and I was just like, I can't believe this is so beautiful, and like I started getting emotional. And then, like, when y'all faced each other and then, you know, it was the ceremony started, I was like, fuck. I looked over, I think it was either Goose or Marcus. I was like, bro, I think I'm about to cry, man. I think I'm about to cry, dude. This shit is so beautiful, man.
Because
man,
my wife would ask, she's like, are you going to cry? I was like, well, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of the, I mean, obviously, I didn't cry from the video and all that stuff because I had to watch it again because honestly, everything happened so fast. Sometimes, like, there's some things that I don't even remember.
Yeah.
Because I go back and I'm like, man, because your mind's racing at the same time, too. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's just like you're in the moment, but you're thinking about, man, I hope, you know, people are having a great time. Yeah. And are they enjoying themselves? And then again, you're, like, focusing on, like, you and your partner. And and it's a lot. It's a lot, man. But I'm glad, like, you know, everything turned out well, and having a destination wedding, I recommend highly.
Yeah, me and my girl was talking about that.
Because, you know why? Because it's like a vacation for everyone.
Yeah.
Whether
100%.
I mean, a lot of people are like, man, you're making me go here, making me do this, and then I'm like,
no complaints.
but I'm just like, no, I'm not. You know, there's people like that, and we could have done it here in Vegas, but it would have been like a 1-day thing. Boom, in and out.
Right.
But we wanted everyone to enjoy themselves. Everyone to enjoy themselves, like, together. When you're at the resort, you go out to the pool, you go out to the little bars or whatever, and you're just like, do
your own thing. Yeah.
Do your own thing. Not only that, but like you're in the group with everyone, with your family and friends, and you're enjoying yourselves for, just more than 1 day that they would have been here in Vegas.
I just remembered, like, one of my favorite things about the whole destination thing is the fact that, like, so we got friends from California, right? I don't get to see them as much as maybe other people do. But the fact that I was able to reconnect with everyone I haven't seen in a long time was beautiful. Like, I love that aspect of it. Speaking of traveling, man, you just came back from your first Euro trip, right?
Italia.
Yeah.
Paris.
And also in Paris, right? Yep. Paris, man. Okay, hold up. So before we get to the good stuff, what's your honest opinion of Paris?
Honestly. So.
And why you do that? I'm gonna pour up a shot because I want to drink to
so
your wedding.
before I get into the whole before we get into the whole trip. So between all the major cities and small towns, we probably hit up like 13 or 14 cities, small towns, all in together in the whole time. And actually, Paris was one of my favorites.
Really?
Yes, I felt more of the vibe in Paris. And you know what? And going into it's the first city we flew into.
Yeah.
That's where we started off in Paris. We were there for 3 days, and going in because when we were planning our trip, we were thinking about, okay, we know we're going to Italy, and so where are we gonna go because we were just gonna go to Italy and just do Italy, all of Italy, and that was it. When we came down to it, let's go to Paris. I mean, you hear about stories about over there, and
you gotta go to Paris.
Yeah, and so it's going in. It's not what like that I thought it was gonna be,
right?
Because you always hear stories about how the French don't like Americans, and no disrespect to the French, because while we were there, man, they treated us so well. They were
good, man.
Yeah,
I didn't have no problems either with the French.
So
they were good.
Because you hear stories like oh, you know what, they don't treat Americans,
Yeah, but sometimes Americans be pulling up to other countries thinking like they own the spot.
Yeah,
too.
no, and that's another thing though.
Yeah.
Like when you go to a different country, you got to follow their shit.
Yeah, man.
You can't, because
you got to fall in the back. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah. So, going to Paris, man, it exceeded my expectations for sure. I knew I was gonna like it, but being there, it was like surreal, man, because it was our first time in Europe, and being in Paris, like seeing the Eiffel Tower and going to all these museums,
the Louvre, yeah, that was my favorite part of Paris was the Louvre.
Fuck the Louvre.
You didn't fuck with the Louvre?
No,
it's too much for you.
It was cool at first, but then at towards the end, I'm like, yo, man, get me out this fucking maze.
It's big. If you've never been to the Louvre,
oh shit,
it's
you need more than 1 day. You need more than 1 day if you want to fully enjoy it.
Yeah, which we spent 4 hours in there.
No, I think we did too,
because it's just so big.
So you get like this little map or whatever, and you're like trying to go to places, and you're like, oh, it's right here, and then we're asking directions,
right?
And then we just want to hit up the main points because. Obviously, like, we're not really too much into art like that, or,
right.
We just wanted to see, like, the main joints, and the Mona Lisa was the last thing we saw.
Usually it's, like, the last thing.
Yeah, and, I mean, obviously in there is, like, a shit show. And so but for us, so it wasn't that bad. Yeah. Obviously, you can't go up to it because it's sectioned off or whatever.
It's, like, this big.
It's probably the average joint. Yeah.
But I thought it was a lot bigger though.
Yeah. When I would see it in on video or pictures or whatever, I'm just like, I just expected something different. But it was cool though. I mean,
a little bit underwhelming.
Yeah.
So let's take a shot to that real quick.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's take a shot to that. Because I had a different experience with Paris. It was my first time in Europe. Salud.
Shout out to the Family Podcast, though. Family Podcast with these shot glasses.
Cop the shot glasses. FamilyMartPod.com, baby. But Paris was very different. I expected it to be a lot more luxurious, right? Which it is very luxurious. It's just it's a lot older than any other city in America. And so things were run down. There's a lot of fucking rats everywhere.
You saw rats? I never saw a rat.
Did y'all walk at night?
I walked at night. We went to the
didn't see no
metro.
fucking rats?
We went everywhere.
Damn,
we
there
walked
were
so
rats
much
everywhere, bro.
Damn.
Yeah.
When did you go? During one month?
July. It's hot as fuck.
Yeah, well, no, it is. That's one thing. It's hot as fuck.
Hot as fuck. You know what? The day we left Paris was the day I was like, I'll fuck with it here, man. I actually like it here. But it's dirty. It's there's nothing but cafes everywhere. So it's a little bit of a culture shock to get used to just eating bread all the time. But
yeah, that I must say, like the food. I mean, we were only there for 3 days, but the food was okay.
Yeah,
it wasn't the greatest.
It wasn't the greatest for sure.
But I love. I mean, as far as like being in like clothing, fashion, and just all that, you go into all these high fashion stores. It is a lot cheaper out there than it is out here, obviously, because
they make it there.
Yeah, and not only that, but you get the taxes back when you leave.
Exactly.
So you get that 12.5% back that you paid in taxes.
Duty free.
But no, yeah, I mean, Paris though, I enjoyed it. Especially like with all the history that you see, like one of the oldest cities in the world.
Did you guys go to the catacombs?
We did not go to catacombs.
That shit was crazy.
We saw obviously Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
You know what? It's crazy because when the first day we got there, we got something to eat and we were walking around and then I had a whole itinerary already planned out.
Yeah.
Like I'm the one that's planning everything out. My wife is like, I guess it's all up to me when I do it, and I had a whole itinerary. And so it's like a step by step, like, it's like, all right, check in to the hotel. All right. And then, we go here, we go eat here, we go there.
Yeah.
So we went to see the Eiffel Tower and seeing it in person. It was, you know what? It was wild because you see it on TV, you see it in videos, you see it in pictures, you see it like all the time.
See the fake one in Vegas.
Yeah, but you see it all the time, and when you're actually there, you're like, damn. I'm not saying like it's disappointing. It's just like
underwhelming.
No, it's like is it real?
Yeah, I feel you. It's when I seen it, I actually I was like, damn, this shit's a lot bigger than I thought it was.
Yeah.
Like it's a lot bigger than, well, at least bigger than the one in Vegas, the fake one. But it's kind of cool to see. My favorite part of seeing the Eiffel Tower was at night when they would light it up.
So
that shit was dope.
But you're only able to see it for a short period of time.
Yeah,
it only goes on like at I think at 11 p.m. at every at the 5 minute, I don't know, like every 5 minutes or at the of the hour.
Yeah.
We saw that at the very last night we were there.
Yeah.
And I think that was one of my favorite parts, seeing that, because not a lot of people see it when it's all lit up.
Yeah, I seen it lit up once and it sparkled and disappeared, and that was the end of it.
But like just walking around the Paris streets, and because like it was my first time, so I was kind of geeked out. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit, I'm in Paris.
The buildings look dope, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
like balconies everywhere.
Shit you see in your history books and shit.
Exactly.
Like the buildings. And so to me, it was a lot to process. I'm just like thinking of everything. I'm just thinking of the history. I'm thinking of everything that I've seen.
Ooh, getting me hype. I want to try.
And and then the Arc de Triomphe.
Yeah.
The Triumph. I don't know how to pronounce it. But
yeah.
So
big arch.
The big arch. We climbed it to the top and seeing that.
Oh, you guys climbed it to the top?
Yeah, you're able to go up.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And then you're able to see like the whole city.
Right.
All 360 view. So that was cool. So, but yeah, no, Paris was dope, man. Paris was dope.
Yeah, shouts to Paris, man. I had a good time in Paris, but it took a couple days for me to get used to it. And then just like y'all, we flew to Italy after. What you went to a bunch of Italian cities. Where, like, do you remember every single one you went to? Like, what was the route? What
yeah,
did y'all do?
So after Paris, we flew into Milan.
Okay,
and
dope.
That was crazy because we were in the taxi, right in the taxi once they picked us up from the airport.
Yeah.
And I remember my wife, I think she was texting her cousin, and he had messaged her back saying like, "Hey, today's the Champions League's final."
Oh,
and it was
shit.
Inter Milan versus Man City.
Oh, that's a big match.
Yeah, so we're in Milan, and So we check into our Airbnb, you know, we're getting settled and we're looking at, we already knew where to go eat.
Yeah.
So we're like, you know what, let's go, whatever. And then or I was trying to catch the game somewhere because, you know, soccer in Europe is like,
it's big.
It's a religion.
They shut everything down.
Yeah,
bro.
it's like a religion.
Yeah.
So we stayed at an Airbnb there, and we were close by the metro, so which was very convenient. And so we went to go to this pizza spot called Piz, P-I-Z.
Yeah.
You look up, you know, everything you find on TikTok, social media, you know, you do your research, whatever. And so we walk out of the Airbnb, and it was like in a high-rise condo type of thing.
Oh, dope.
And we're walking out, and there's like bars around and restaurants, and people pull out their like had TV setups outside to watch the game. You know, Champions League final is a big thing out there. And so I was like, man, let's go to the spot to eat. Hopefully we can catch the game. But they weren't showing the game there.
Right.
But it was funny.
Really?
Not this little pizza.
They had no TVs?
No TVs in there. Okay. It was like you ate outside because the spot was so small inside. Yeah. So you had to eat outside and then like the setup. But it was cool vibe, you know, and it was hilarious because you had these servers like walking around and they're taking your order, but they were on their phone watching the game. they're just like, fuck. They're like, no, we you know, it's Inter Milan, you know, because you have AC Milan, you have Inter Milan, you have all these teams in Milan, but you know they're in the Champions League final, so to them it was big, and so they ended up losing the game. I don't remember the score, so we were after we ate, we were walking, and we didn't even plan this, and this was dope about Europe because like I said, we've never been there. So when you're walking around and you see all this history, all these old buildings, like you never know what you're gonna. Once you turn that corner, you don't know what you're gonna see, right? Yeah. So we're walking and we turn the corner, and I'm like, so I'm a fast walker, and so I walk hella fast.
Yeah, you do.
and Jen's like, what's the hurry for? She's like, you know, just taking her time.
Yeah.
And so anyway, I turn the corner and I look back, and I'm like, oh, look what's here. Yeah. And it's the Duomo. The
what's that?
The church.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You know, the one in Milan.
Right.
And then I forget what the little square or the little square that they call it there. So, you know, we're walking around and just
that's fire just to turn the corner.
Yeah, and then it's all lit up.
Yeah.
And I was just like, you see this ancient ass building. And you're like, man, I was like, you know, you see it, and it's like you're just caught in the moment, and it almost doesn't seem real.
Yeah, it makes you want to just stick around for like
you know, and just sit there and just stare at
it.
You know what I mean? So because you like I said, man, I've never been there, and you see it on TV and in pictures and books, and you're actually there because these buildings have been there for centuries.
Yeah, they've been there for as long as they always, you know, this is where the AD and BC came from. Like, that's how when I was in Italy, they always basically timelined everything BC. Yeah. So this was around before Christ, or this was right after Christ was born. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's how old that shit is.
Exactly.
Man. Yeah.
So anyway, we went and got some gelato.
The gelato in Italy's fire, bro.
Oh my god,
so good,
that
bro.
thing, that shit is like
unreal.
I think we ate gelato almost every day we were out there.
You have to, bro.
So we went and got gelato, and then you know after that we walked around for a little bit, and then we were about to head back to our spot. And next thing you know, we see like a crowd of people. I don't know if I sent you guys that video when they're like in that plaza, like, and it was all Inter Milan fans just chanting, getting together, waving their flags, and it was like the atmosphere there felt like if I was at a soccer game.
Wow!
And this was after a loss too.
Yeah.
So they just had lost the Champions League final. You know, you figured they walking around all sour and sad or whatever.
Right.
But they were just like chanting their team.
Super supportive.
Yeah. And that's what it's all about. You know what I mean? Because you're about teams losing, their fans, and being all poor sports and
burning the jersey. Fuck this team. Yeah.
But I stuck around and recorded everything because I was like, I've never been around that. I'm like, yo.
I think I did see it now that I remember. I think I did remember seeing that you sent that to us.
Yeah.
You sent us a lot of stuff, man,
Yeah,
which was super dope. I appreciate you for doing that.
Yeah, and being around that atmosphere was dope. But anyway, Milan was cool.
Yeah. Where'd you go after that?
Would I go back to Milan? No, I seen it once. It was cool. Milan was cool, but just to go see it once is cool. But to go back, I wouldn't go back.
Okay.
Then when we were in Milan, we took a day trip to Venice. We took the train to Venice.
Okay. How far was that?
It's like a 2-hour train ride.
That's not too bad.
It's not too bad.
Is it pretty surreal seeing a whole city just in water? Because that's how it is, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. So when you get there, you walk around. Obviously, it's like little walkway bridges that you will go, and then when you're walking through like little neighborhoods or alleys, and then you'll turn the corner and you'll see just like a little alley of water through the buildings.
Right.
And yeah, man, no one has cars there. You don't drive.
That's crazy. You didn't see one car when
I
you
didn't
get
see
to Venice.
No, you don't see not one car.
Boats, gondolas.
If you go across the other way, then it's like you'll see like I guess vehicles, more like a city type. But
is it pretty big, or is it just like a section of the city, or is Venice just literally the entire city is just water?
It could be. I don't know if it's like across the way. It could be like a whole city. I don't even fucking know, bro.
But the actual place where everyone goes.
Because where the train dropped us off at the train station, it was like you got off, and then you literally like walk through the train station, and then you can walk through the city, or you can get on like a taxi boat, and they'll take you wherever you want to go.
Oh damn! So as soon as you get off the station, you gotta like hop in a boat.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
No. But you can walk to where you can walk around like the whole little, the whole city. So it took us maybe like 30 minutes to walk from point A to point B, like which is all the way across.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, Venice is a must for sure.
Yeah, I got it. I want to go to Venice really bad.
Yeah, but you don't honestly, you don't even have to stay there. You can
just a couple of days or a day.
You can just do like a day trip.
Yeah, I might need your full itinerary, bro.
Yeah, for sure. People ask about that.
Did you ride the gondola and the dude was singing and shit?
Nah. So,
or is that just movie shit, or is that for real?
I think I don't know what gondola we got on, but I think it's like more your traditional one where you just got on. It was like a 30-minute ride.
Yeah. What'd you guys eat in Venice? Just some typical Italian food?
Oh, so when we first got there, we went to this cafe. Supposedly it's supposed to be like the oldest cafe in like Europe or something like that. I forget what it's called, man. But it was mad expensive for like 2 coffees, 2 like little sandwiches.
Because they know people are gonna spend money there. That's why.
It was like 100 euros, bro. It was like 100 euros.
Are you serious?
I think so, bro.
You spent 100 euros on 2 coffees?
2 coffees and like 2 little like sandwiches.
That's like $100.
Yeah. It was crazy. So, I mean, we were like, hey, we're going to go to the oldest cafe in Europe, or supposedly one of them, and just the experience, right? And then, what is it called? It was like on a croquettes.
Oh, croquettes?
Something like that. Yeah, those were fire. I forget the name of the spot, but those were a little fire. Gelato.
You got to have one every day.
Yeah,
every day, man.
So anyway, that's enough of Venice. Gondolas. I mean, you got to check out Venice for sure.
I'm definitely gonna check out Venice. And you guys go back. You guys took the train back to Milan.
And then we stayed another day there.
Okay.
And then we took the train to Cinque Terre. Cinque Terre. So pretty much what that means is like 5 towns, 5 villages.
Yeah.
So Cinque Terre is comprised of like 5 little small villages.
Yeah.
We didn't go to all 5, but we stayed in Camogli.
Okay.
Which is like a very small. It's not part of Cinque Terre, but it's like outside of Cinque Terre, and it's called Camogli. Very beautiful, man. It's small, very small. So we obviously we went through Paris, Milan, Venice, these like larger cities, and then we go to these little small towns just to get away from that.
Yeah.
And kind of reset your mind and you relax a little bit after doing all like 20 to 30,000 steps a day, you know what I mean? So
is it less like with these smaller towns, is it less like I don't know how to say it, like trying to think what a smaller city looks like. So cobblestone pathways, is it like that or what?
No, it's like your regular like roadways, but the buildings are more, say, I don't know what they're made of, but like when you see when you see those when you see Italy, those colorful buildings.
Yeah.
Like each building is like a different color, like yellow, red, whatever, orange.
Oh, got you.
You know.
Got you. Yeah.
Yeah. So we stayed there, and my wife loved that place. She was like, I could see myself retiring here.
It's romantic, huh?
It's like it's very quiet.
Yeah.
It's from what our Airbnb host told us, and I seen from her, like a lot of people know each other, because it's so small.
Yeah.
And the food was great there. I think I had one of my favorite dinners.
What'd you eat over there?
So I ordered this pasta, this pesto with this pesto sauce on it. It was like a spaghetti. I think it was a spaghetti dish, and with this was a pesto sauce. But bro, man, so let me.
I think you sent us a picture of this.
Yeah. And let me say this about Italy. Like a lot of places that we went to and then we researched and then tried, just Italy overall.
Yeah.
What we ate, and every time everything tasted like a home cooked meal, man.
Fire. Yeah. I remember when I ate in Italy, it felt like that. Just
because everything was just so fresh, so organic, natural, like from the sauces,
right,
to even the dough from the pizzas.
Right.
You know what I mean? So everything tasted so like fresh, home cooked.
Beautiful, man.
And then afterwards, like you didn't even feel bloated. You didn't even feel like full. It was like you felt light.
You know why?
I think
they make their pasta.
It's all the ingredients that they put in everything, and because in Europe they're banned from a lot of stuff that they can't put in.
The shit that
use.
we eat is
all
fucking
that
terrible,
chemicals, all that bullshit that we put in here, but out there it's banned in a lot of places in Europe. Mm-hmm. So
how'd you find about like?
So when we
did research or what?
Yeah, we did research. We did a lot of research on it, and we were just researching everything, just all the places that we planned on going.
Right.
We were looking everything up, reviews, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So the planning was, I think, the hardest part.
Yeah.
The planning of the whole trip was the hardest part. Getting as far as once you're there, everything just we run smooth with the itinerary and everything. But Camogli, look that up, man. Actually,
I'm about to check that out.
And then we would hit up a couple spots in that Cinque Terre, which is Manerola and Vernazza, I think it was called. But
these are smaller towns.
Yeah, it's just you take the train from Camogli, and then it like maybe 30-minute, 40-minute an hour train rides, and you can hit up all five. But we didn't do all five because 2 was enough, and that was the whole day.
Is this the spot you're telling me about? That was like it's like a trail of cities that you could hit up in a couple days, and you. Yeah, so
Cinque Terre, you can actually hike those towns. It might take a while.
Yeah.
But there's like a hiking trail, I guess, that you can do. You can go from one town to another.
Right.
And I don't know how long the hikes are, but you can actually hike each town.
That sounds wild.
Yeah.
Sounds like it would.
And people do it. Yeah. People do it, but it might take you 45 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours.
That's still. Well, yeah, 1, 2, 3 hours is kind of far, but 45 minutes.
But the scenery, man, it's all worth it.
Yeah,
beautiful,
beautiful.
Beautiful,
rolling hills, trees.
Yeah, man, everything. Just colorful buildings. It's
you're
just
making me wanna.
Just the history behind it, and but that was very dope, man.
A lot of tourists, or was it just y'all?
Well, in those smaller towns, there was tours, but not as obviously crazy as like the main cities,
right.
So I think we went at a great time at the beginning of June. Mm-hmm. So I hear July, August, it gets crazy because the summer times are crazy. Obviously, everyone tells you like not to go during the summer.
Right.
But I think we went like right at the beginning of it.
I might have to go in June then. And
you want to go right at the beginning, end of May, like beginning of June.
Yeah.
Because I heard like May is like the rainy season.
Right.
But end of May, like early June, it's a great time to go. So after that, man, we took a train to Florence.
Oh, I heard Florence is beautiful.
And a lot of people hyped up Florence for us, and Florence was cool. Florence was cool.
Right.
I just was a little disappointed, but it's a city with it's a big city, but it's like more compact.
Right.
When you're walking through like the streets and everything, and but yeah, there's a few things that we did there. But to me, it was a little overhyped. Would I go back to Florence?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Yeah. I see you like the smaller towns, the lesser known, you know, the path less traveled.
You know, we visited all like the churches, the basilicas and everything.
Yeah.
And there was a plaza out there called Piazza de Michelangelo or Michelangelo. And you go up, a lot of people. That was dope. That was our first day that we were there. And you climb up, you like walk up this little street, this little walkway all the way to the top to the plaza. It's like overseeing like the town or the city. And a lot of people go there, sit on the stairs or on top of the plaza and then see the sunset come down, you know.
Oh, that sounds so good.
So that was dope because you got to see like not only that, but like once it's the sun is setting, you see the buildings just changing colors, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So and that was cool. Florence, while you're out there though, you have to so there's a luxury outlet mall out there.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
A luxury outlet mall?
So think of like the Charleston Bells out. Or I call it the Bells because, you know, from here.
OG.
But, so think about that. Like you go out to Florence, you take a bus and it's about like maybe like a 30-minute ride. No, maybe a 45 to an hour, I want to say. You take a bus down to the luxury outlet mall and they have Gucci, Tom Ford, like Off-White.
But on sale.
Prada on sale.
Is that in Florence?
Yeah, it's called Mall de Firenze, or
some shit like that.
My bad if I pronounce it right because I'm not pronouncing it right. But and we took a bus down there, though, and you just want to buy shit just to buy shit, just because it's like
it's cheap.
It's just cheap,
and then you get your taxes back.
You know what I mean? Exactly. So, but just make sure though. I didn't know this, but when you do buy like anything over 150 euros, you can get your taxes back, but make sure you have your passport with you.
Yeah, because they have to.
They have to input it in the system. Yeah. So when you go check out at the airport, they look you up.
Don't they staple the receipt to your passport too, or not?
Yeah, a lot of it's done like electronically. Some of it's done manual. No, then some of it's done manually. Right. So I mean, I don't know. It was our first time, so I hope it was one of those things where we brought everything with us. You know what I mean? So but no, that mall. I mean,
Fire? I'm gonna crack these for us.
Yeah, go ahead. You'd find stuff there that it's like finding like a pair of kicks at Nike that you're like, oh shit, you know what I mean? At the Nike outlet, you're like, oh, okay.
Damn, but couture.
Yeah, so you go to Gucci, and I'm not really a Gucci person, but I just wanted to buy something there just because.
Right.
There's this jacket. It was for like 2,900 euros, but it was marked down to 400 euros.
God damn, that's a fucking resale, right?
And then not only that, but you get the taxes back on because the taxes are implemented already on the final price.
Yeah.
So if it's 400 euros, the tax is already in there, so you're gonna get 12.5% back from the 400 euros.
Damn. So you're probably gonna get, damn, that's like 80, almost $100.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
And so there was a hoodie there that I wanted to get, but then again, there's only whatever they have on the floor.
Yeah.
They might have sizes in the back, but from what I heard, like the turnover rate is like it goes quick. So there a lot of times they're putting new stuff out every day.
Yeah.
Because they're only limited to certain
people
sizes.
Are buying that shit.
There was a hoodie I wanted to get. It was 800 euros for like 160 euros.
Bruh.
That was this was like Gucci obviously, but they have Burberry, they have like just no Louis Vuitton obviously, you know what I mean? So
this is in Florence.
This is in Florence.
Okay, it's like the third time I asked that.
Yeah,
I just want to make sure.
Yeah, make sure you hit that luxury mall.
Yeah, because I know my girl's gonna listen to this and she's gonna be like, yeah, we got it. She loves Gucci.
Mm-hmm. So, dude, and the Gucci store there is massive.
Yeah,
it's bigger than I think. It's like I didn't go to every store there, but I think compared to like all the other stores, the Gucci store is massive. They have like, I think it's like 3 levels, but it's like they have all the first level when you walk in, it's all the apparel, and then you go down, it's like all the shoes, And I think upstairs might be. I think the upstairs is only where you pay though.
I gotta hit that up because all my Gucci is fake.
They have a Nike outlet. Fucci,
baby.
Fucci.
Let's drink to that, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's drink to that, man. Salud. I'm excited to try this Dos Equis margarita.
Oh, it's your first time. I told you about these. These are the
classic lime margarita. 10%.
Sponsor this, man. Look at that. 10%.
Ooh. Wow.
It's smooth, right?
Yeah.
It's smooth.
Don't even taste like a margarita.
I don't know what the sugar content on this because they don't tell you the nutrition facts behind it.
Fuck it. I'm going to eat after this anyway.
What'd
you guys do after that? Where'd you guys go from Florence?
So from Florence, we were there for like 4 days.
Yeah.
We did a whole day trip to the Tuscany.
We
went to like the vineyards, the wine country, all that stuff, and
man.
And then they take you to Pisa.
Okay.
The Leaning Tower of Pisa. And you know what? I don't know if my wife knows this, but like I think that was like one of the most things I was excited for, seeing that.
The Leaning Tower?
Because that's one of the first things you hear about Italy, right?
Yeah.
Because I mean, you hear about all these churches and basilicas and all these buildings, but when you see the Leaning Tower of Pisa, like you always see it everywhere.
Yeah, it's one of the 7 wonders of the world.
It is, right?
It is. It's one of the 7 wonders of the world.
Check.
So you've seen one of the 7 wonders.
Yeah, I've seen Chichen Itza. I've seen that. I've been to Brazil.
Yeah.
The Christ the Redeemer. And
there you go,
I think
man.
that's it.
Yeah, so that's fire. You got 4 more.
Wait, 7 wonders or 8? Or
it might be 8 now, I think. Yeah, because the pyramids are 1.
Yeah. I think one of the
Great Wall of China.
And then is it in like a mosque somewhere?
Yeah, in
Taj Mahal.
The Taj Mahal.
Is that one of them?
I think the Taj Mahal is one of the wonders.
Yeah. So anyway, so you're able to climb up that.
Yeah.
I don't know. If, I might have like missed.
You sent this video and pictures because it's trippy. Like
that was trippy, man. Because once you get in there, you're walking, and then you could feel it leaning. Obviously, no pun. Like it is a leaning tower piece, but like. It's almost like it throws you off. It like threw me off, and I'm like, oh shit! You kind of like, is this shit gonna tip over while you're up there? And then while you're up there, you're like on the very top,
right?
And then you're like looking outside and like trying to take pictures of like around or whatever, get that scenery look.
Yeah,
and it's like almost like you're at a lean, but it was dope, man.
It looked dope because you got creative and you were like. Pretending you were holding that shit up.
I had to do one of those corny poses. Yeah. I felt so uncomfortable doing that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, because I bet you Jen was like,
lean to
the right.
No. There was a pose where like at first when I was trying to make a pose out of it, and she was like, "Oh, you gotta look like this. You gotta do this."
Yeah.
I felt so weird, so uncomfortable.
Hey, man.
Because I'm like, even though everyone's doing it, I'm just like.
But you're only there one time at least. For right now, at least, man.
I did a couple of poses and they came out pretty. They almost look photoshopped, so people might not believe that I was there.
Well, one that you sent us was really good. Like it was like
close,
the size of the building.
It was like a
close
up.
Yeah, it was like
because you try to get it where like it matches like where you're like holding it or whatever you're doing to the exact.
And the lighting
dimensions.
was like perfect and shit.
Yeah, and but no, that was cool, man. And after Florence, bro, Amalfi.
That's what I want to hear about, man, because I really want to go to the Amalfi Coast, man.
Yeah,
I really want to go there, man.
So we stayed at this little spot, this little town called Salerno.
Okay,
that's where we got our Airbnb at, Salerno.
Okay,
and so because it was the easiest access, because when you take the train, there's a train station in Salerno. Yeah. But you can't. I don't think you can get dropped off in Positano, Amalfi, or those other places around there. So that was like the best location to get dropped off. It was like, you know what, let's just stay here because we were carrying all this luggage. We didn't want to like get off a train and then get on a boat and get dropped off. A lot of people do that.
Yeah.
If you want to stay like in Positano or Amalfi.
Right.
So we just stayed in Salerno, which was convenient. But I think next time I would definitely go back. Yeah, I would definitely go back and stay in Positano or in Amalfi. But yeah, man. So Salerno, there's not nothing really to do there. Right. There's nothing to do there. we went to Positano.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, where you saw the pyramid of Positano?
Yeah,
like
the pyramid.
Yeah,
and,
with all the homes.
And you know
shit?
what though? Like when we pulled up,
Yeah.
I was like, "Fuck!" I'm like, "This is dope. This is cool." But it's not like the scenery that you see on pictures.
Yeah,
because
I feel like
everything's so like I don't know, photoshopped or enhanced.
The colors are
the
brighter.
colors, and I'm like, yo, I'm like taking a video. I'm like, yo, is this Positano? This is where we're at?
Like
Like,
when you said the pictures, I was like, this don't look like what I thought it was gonna be.
That's how it looks in real life, you know. And maybe my camera angles or I don't know, my editing is.
It still looks dope.
I didn't edit shit, but
yeah. But I feel you with the colors. It wasn't as bright.
So we did a day club out there.
Oh, word.
A day club.
Yeah.
A day club out there, and so we spend like a lot of most of the day out there, and the water, easy.
Is it?
God damn.
But it was hot. Like the temperature.
No. It was scorching hot. So when you got in that water,
felt good.
It felt good, refreshing.
Yeah.
Like it was the water. It just felt so like refreshing, natural. But bro, it's not like the beaches. It's not sand. It's
rocks.
It's rocks.
Because you're in the Mediterranean Sea, or I think it is Mediterranean.
Is it Mediterranean?
I think it's not Caribbean for sure.
Nah. It's opposite.
I'm gonna look it up.
You have to look that one up. But no, man, it was all rocks. So when you're walking, unless you have like water shoes, next time I'm bring my fucking water shoes, man. Because my wife was like, "Man, you're like, why stop acting like a little bitch?" You know, pretty much.
No, I feel you though, because when I was in Cancun, we went to Isla Mujeres and we went to this one beach. Like it was just little rocks, and I was like,
"No, but these rocks are like, you know, these rocks are pretty big. So you're walking around and like that shit's digging in your like tissue and underneath your feet."
It's the Tahimian Sea.
Where?
That's where Salerno and Amalfi Coast and Positano,
Okay, yeah.
The Tahirian Sea. I think I don't know if I'm saying that right.
Got me there.
Yeah. Cold.
No, but yeah, man, the water is freezing, but it felt good, even though I didn't spend enough time there, just because I'm not to me, like as far as the beaches and all that stuff, like I love it, but for me to get in it, man, like I can't be around big bodies of water. Like I can never take a cruise.
Really?
So, nah.
Have you ever been on one?
Never.
Bro, you gotta just trust me. I thought the same thing.
Yeah, so
the same thing.
So I can't really like be around big bodies of water, man. It just freaks me out. And then so being in the water there, like if it's going like right on my neck, I'm like,
well, yeah, I ain't trying to do all that. I didn't say like
no, but when you're in the water, but like the currents, like you're in there and like the rocks, it's like I said, like it's digging in your feet, man, and like like for you to move, that shit hurts, bro. I'm not gonna lie, that shit was digging.
Damn, man, I was really
no, but I'm saying though, like it's beautiful though. You have to do it. Like I would go back for sure. I would do it again.
The picture, I don't know if this was in Salerno or not. I think it was, but or maybe in the Amalfi Coast area, but you sent us a picture of like you guys had some like a charcuterie like setup, and then like you like panned over and it showed you the edge of the.
That was in Cinque. That was in
Cinque?
Manerola. That was in the town of Manerola.
That shit looked good, man.
That was one of my favorite spots.
That shit was beautiful, bro.
Yeah, Manerola is like a checklist. Like you have to go and like. Manerola. But that restaurant that restaurant that we went and ate. Mm-hmm. You have to have reservations, but there's like you can't reserve it in advance. You have to download their app, then once you're in the little town, you check in, and then it'll tell you how many people are seated in front of you.
Oh, that's kind of dope. You ain't got to talk to nobody.
But but it's small though. It's not like you know. I don't know how many people it sits, but you're outside on the cliff,
bro. That shit looks.
You're like on the cliff, like you know what I'm saying. So
that shit looks so good, bro.
Well, I would definitely go back just to spend more time in the little town, and then the next day we went to Amalfi, and you know just hung around there, ate. You know what though? I think I did a little pizza review, but I never posted it because, I mean.
Oh, what Italian pizza? Tell us about it.
No, so
in the Amalfi Coast, in the Amalfi
that was probably
Coast?
the best pizza I had.
Really? What was it?
It was just your basic, you know, it was like
bread, cheese,
no,
sauce.
the sauce, and then I did what did I do on that one? Did I do the spicy did I have a spicy salami on there? I don't remember. I'd have to look back, but the texture, it was, you know, the undercarriage was to perfection in my opinion.
Yeah.
And then the crunch every time you like bit into it, you know, it wasn't like, because a lot of like pizzas out there, like margarita style or whatever, you know, it's very like once you cut it, you have to eat it with a knife and fork because when you pick it up,
it just slides down. Yeah.
Fucking
and
flops.
they don't slice their pizzas out there.
Some places do, but most places don't.
Yeah.
Most places you have to get a knife and fork and you have to cut that shit yourself. You know
I had my best pizza in Italy as well.
Yeah.
But I've only been to Rome. So,
Rome. Yeah. So honestly, like as much pizza as I would love to have out in Italy, I wish I would have tried more different places.
Yeah.
But the best one I had was in Amalfi, man. And I forget the name of the place. But everything, like from the sauce to the dough to just everything in general, like it was just. You
gotta get that for me, man, because I want to try that spot.
I think I have the spot. I'll look up the little video that I did and
get the tag on it. Yeah, location tag.
So after Amalfi, it was on to my favorite city.
Where'd you guys go? Rome.
Roma. That place was unreal, man.
Yeah, Rome is amazing.
That place was fucking unreal. And I knew because that was, and not to sound biased because even though I've never been, but I already knew going out there that Rome was gonna be my favorite.
Yeah.
I mean, it might have been implanted into my brain already that like, hey, Rome's gonna be your favorite spot, Rome's gonna be your favorite spot. It was like more of my vibe. You walked around like and then just
it's a lot more culture in terms of like street culture when you go to Rome.
Yeah.
Like the graffitis everywhere, the buildings a little bit you hear more music like not necessarily like Italian, European music, but it's a little bit more like pop. Like you might hear like a hip hop joint or something.
And then you're walking around, man, and everything's so close other than like when you head to the Vatican City.
Yeah. You guys went to Trevi Fountain?
Oh, Spanish Steps, all that.
The Spanish Steps, yeah. Did you go shopping in the Spanish Steps? Because they had all that's like high end.
Stone Island. Stone Island.
Yeah, they got Stone Island over there. Yeah,
Stone Island's an Italian brand.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
I had no idea it was an Italian brand.
It's an Italian brand.
Wow.
Yeah. So I went. There was a Stone Island in Rome.
Yeah.
So I was looking. There were certain things, but like the sizing, you know, it's like European sizing. So I had to almost get like a double XL out there.
Yeah, no, for real, because that should be. And people in Europe, they wear their shit tight.
Yeah, so I copped a couple of things from Stone Island, and then they had like kids, like for kids.
Yeah.
So I caught my son a sweater, a hoodie from there.
Nice.
And
flyest kid, I'm telling you, man.
And I had to because I was like, you know, we gotta bring him something fly from out here.
Yeah.
You know?
What 5-year-old wearing Stone Island?
Yeah. When I saw Stone Island, I mean, you can copy it out here, I think, from the website and everything. But I was out there, I was like, nah, this is straight from Italy. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's just it gets overwhelming sometimes because you want to hit up like every shop out
and
there.
They're all right.
Mm-hmm.
Like Louis, Gucci, Versace. It's all right there, like next to each other.
Yeah,
too.
and there'll be lines out there like a motherfucker too.
Yeah, people
like
be going
they'll
in there.
let people in. They'll let people in one by one or by groups, but everything's so tempting. You're like,
yeah. Did you fuck with the water out there, or were you kind of like iffy about it?
We were iffy about it,
bro. It's fucking clean, man.
So I tried it. I tried it twice.
Yeah,
just in Rome only.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Just
obviously
in
Rome.
Yeah.
You just got to do it in Rome.
Yeah.
Because Rome, there's running water
they
everywhere. They
got that shit down. I seen some dude just put a water bottle to it. So, like, well, if he's doing it, it's got to be like clean. And so I drank some water, and I was like, "Yo, this shit is fresh."
Yeah. So that's why I was like a little confused because I'm like, where is this water going to afterwards?
It gets.
I was like, damn, are they wasting water?
Nah, it's being recycled.
Mm-hmm.
It's being recycled, but it gets cleaned. The process of how they did it gets cleaned.
Yeah, so we tried it twice.
Yeah.
The first time it was after the I think after the Vatican. We went when we got through the museum.
Mm-hmm.
there was a little fountain outside. I was thirsty as fuck.
Yeah, gotta do
And
it.
I had a water bottle. It was empty, so I just like, you know what? Fuck it,
Bro, we were on that water fountain all the time.
I was like, it's our last city, end of a trip.
Yeah.
You know what? If something happens, something happens. But then we did it at the Trevi Fountain. So they have like the Fountain of Love. I don't know if you've seen that.
Yeah.
On the side. Yep. So you're supposed to like go with like your loved one or whoever, like, and then you're supposed to like drink out of it at the same time. And I didn't drink it from the faucet. Like, you know, I put my hand on just did that joint, but that's the only time.
Did you guys flip the coin, Trevi Fountain? Where you is behind you and you flip the coin like this?
So
y'all do that?
Yeah, she did it, but after I did it, because I told her how to do it. Yeah. But when I first did it, I just grabbed the coin and just I Kobe'd it. I was like, Kobe. I didn't even. And then I seen people throwing it, and I seen videos, and I seen people throwing it behind their back. I'm like, oh shit, did I do it the wrong way?
Yeah, I did it like 6 times.
I was like, fuck, is this bad luck?
Yeah, I did it like 6 times because this is when Boomerang was new to Instagram.
Oh, okay.
So I couldn't get it on point. So I did it like 6 times. I was just flipping euros back in the fucking Trevi Fountain Pro.
Take 1, take 2, take 3.
Let's just keep going, man.
No, but yeah, I mean, Rome, everywhere we walked, I mean, you'll turn the corner, like I said, and you'll see like some ruins or some like, you know.
Colosseo.
Yeah, the Colosseum.
Yeah, that shit is amazing, bro.
I did the full tour on that.
Did you feel the fucking power of that place, bro?
I thought I was in like a Roman.
Yeah, you are. You're in the fucking.
I thought I was like
the battles
in the
shit.
Movie 300 or something. Yeah, I don't know if that's based out of there. I don't.
No,
I felt like a gladiator, bro.
Son, that shit is. When I was there, I literally, because you know it's the ground is, it's gone, so you see straight through in the bottom where they used to keep all like the prisoners and shit or whatever, right, and the dead people that died in the battle. A
lot of people that came out like when they were like ready to go on to the battlefield.
Yeah,
yeah.
And I just remember like imagining that whole shit, and I vividly saw like the structure like fully. Like how it's supposed to be. And I was just like, it just hit me so hard. I was like, bro, I cannot believe we're here right now because this shit is old as fuck. Like this shit is older than Christ, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, like this shit is older than religion.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And like I said, like the Colosseum was like one of my like top things to like see in the whole trip. And I remember we were walking.
Yeah.
And it was like the sun was setting, so the lights were coming. The lights were on at the Coliseum.
Yeah.
So the view, just like the cinematic, like you saw it, and I'm like, damn. And it's crazy because it's like just like in the middle, like not nowhere, but obviously you have like the whole history, the whole ruins and everything of it, and then you have like, you know, your city, like streets and shit like that around
and it's
it.
Just
so
boom, it's right there.
Yeah, and it's right there.
Yeah.
And
they preserved it really well, though.
Yeah, and
they did their best.
And I'm seeing it, and I'm like, damn.
That shit been through wars. That shit been through everything, bro.
We took the whole tour of the whole Palatine Hill.
The Palatine Hills, yeah.
Yeah, where all the
ruins.
The ruins, yep. And then you know what I just envisioned, like once you're in there, I went into like the arena part of it.
Yeah.
And like you just look around, and then I just imagine like all these people just like chanting.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. It's crazy, bro.
You know, like this really happened.
Fuck.
I was like, is this real, bro?
Yeah.
Or was this just put here? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that shit is big as fuck, man.
Because obviously they have to preserve it, they have to maintain it, they have to keep up with it. Because a lot of parts ain't original. I heard like they like certain parts like they remove and have to like move it somewhere else. But
and you guys went to you went to Vatican City. Did you guys go inside St. Peter's Basilica?
Yep.
It's beautiful. So it's like made of gold.
Yeah, we did that, and I enjoyed that more than the St. Peter's Basilica. Like when you do the whole like tour and like see like the whole museum or like museum. I don't know what is it like, because you know you go in there and you're seeing all these like
it's a church.
Yeah, right. The whole thing.
Church.
Yeah.
It's just a big ass church, gold church.
And so me and my wife looked at each other like, this place is huge, but it's way more friendlier, like to get through and around than the Louvre in Paris, because Paris is huge too.
Well, it's also the Vatican City. Like people there, like this.
But when you're there, it's almost like you just follow and you just go through. You know, it's easy.
That long ass line.
Yeah, it's easy to get around. It's easy to get around when you're inside.
Did you wear pants?
I did. I was fucking. I was sweating.
You have to. You can't get in without pants.
No, you can get in without pants, but it has to cover your knees.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I
women can't show. Women can't be. They have to cover their shoulders.
Yeah,
and obviously, like, you know, but I wore pants though just to be safe.
Yeah.
And
I feel bad that I didn't go there with my parents because like my parents are like devout Catholics and they, you know, they fuck with that shit heavy. Yeah. So like, it's amazing how St. Peter's is because like it's so fucking big, and they have popes buried underneath. Did you guys get a chance to go underneath?
We saw that. Yep.
That shit's crazy. And did you get a chance to go up top too? Like
we went all the way to the top.
That's crazy.
Yep,
and
to
then
see the whole.
Did you do the gift shop?
I did.
Yeah,
I did
because they have like exclusive like St. Peter's fucking jewelry. That you can buy.
We walked through there.
Crosses. Yeah. I bought my mom like a bunch of shit for for her shrine.
No, we saw all that. I mean, climbing to the top to the same basilica all the way to the top, man. Like you're on the rooftop, and then you still climb up even higher than that.
Right. And next to the letters and shit.
Then you see the whole what's that rounded plaza they call it? Like it's like a.
I know what you're talking about. I don't know what it's called though, but yeah.
But damn, what is it called? I'm so bad with names, but yeah, it was just
it's beautiful.
It's the Vatican, man.
Yeah. It's historical, bro.
Yeah.
Historical.
And
you guys go to Sistine Chapel too?
Yep.
Yeah, we did that too, man.
So the Sistine Chapel, so when you're walking through the whole thing, right? And you know, they tell you, hey, no pictures, no videos, nothing. And there's people walking around there, like checking people, like, because there's people that want to take their phone out. And I mean, there is people that taking their phone out, taking video or pictures or whatever.
That was me. I was that dude.
Yeah, we did the same thing. But they'll catch you, be like, no, they'll just tell you not to do it. But I mean, I had my phone like this. Like I flipped the camera, and I'm like this.
Yeah, I did the same
thing. And then
thing,
I had to take so many pictures to get the actual like
the fucking point joint.
Yeah, the hand of God joint, whatever you want to call it, the Michael. Yeah, and so at one time I said, you know what, fuck it. I just like flipped it. I was like, I already know where it's at right there, and I took that picture.
They didn't get you because they got the securities like.
No, there's cameras. Nah,
they didn't get you?
Nah.
Wow.
I have it all on my phone.
You a brave motherfucker, dog.
And then my wife, I think, took pictures of us, both of us together, and she but she had it down low.
Yeah.
And it was both of us in it with the.
I'm sure everyone does.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. And you know what? That was crazy to see. Yeah. But I thought I don't know. I thought it was gonna be something different.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like we were like obviously in a big ass room with
hella people,
yeah. And then it's like, you know, you have to like, obviously you look up and you look for it and you because
it's a big ceiling, bro. Like a lot of people think it's just that piece up there. No, it's a big piece of like. I was actually blown away with how much other dope shit was up there.
Almost every that when you look up at the ceiling, it almost looks the same everywhere. Like every piece, you're like
it's like a repeat, like a monogram. Yeah, but after that, it's like done. They lead you out. You go into the fucking like
finished. You know what I'm saying,
done, man.
And I'm like, damn, people come in, you can't even take a picture or video. Say you don't do it. Yeah. You walk in, you walk out, and that's it.
That's it.
I was like, hell no, I gotta take a picture or something of this shit.
Yeah, we did the whole shit like. I wish we just did the half tour. I guess you could do a speeded up version because we did the whole fucking Sistine, bro, which is huge. It's not small. It's fucking big, man. And but it was really fun, man, to see all the art they have and all that shit. But I really was just there for the fucking hand of God, man.
But you know what though? It happened so fast that it's like, fuck, that's it. That was it.
They push you out.
I was like, that was it.
They push you out. I'm like, damn. Slowly go, and then you're in the middle. It's right under you.
I'm like, you come all the way down here for that? I mean, it's cool. Don't get me wrong. Like, everyone has to like see it and experience it, but you're just like in there and out.
Yeah.
It's not like you could be like observe. I mean, you can, but there's so many people in there. It's like,
you want to get out because there's too many people there just not giving a fuck.
Yeah.
They're just trying to get the same picture you trying to get.
But Rome that was my favorite like major city.
I love Rome, man.
Rome was my favorite city
out of all. My favorite European country, bro. For now, I haven't seen everything yet.
We only went to Paris or France and then in Italy, but I definitely want to go see other countries that are on my list.
Yeah.
And but Rome was like out of the major cities. I'm not counting Cinque, Terre, or Amalfi because you can't compare it because it's like smaller towns.
Right.
But out of all like the big cities, Rome was my favorite.
That's dope, man.
Sure.
I love Rome too. That was the only Italian city I've been to, so I love it. That was your first time traveling abroad to Europe, right?
Europe, yes.
Yeah.
I've been.
Or
yes.
is that your first time traveling? I mean, obviously you've been to Mexico and stuff like that, but is that your first time traveling outside of North America?
No, I've been to Dominican Republic and then I've been to Brazil as well.
Oh, that's right. You've been to Brazil. Yeah.
Brazil.
I always, whenever I travel to a different country or I leave North America, I get a sense of a new perspective on the world, man. Like just seeing how people live, the different cultures and shit. I'm pretty sure you felt the same way when you went to like Paris and Italy and these smaller cities. But like, did you learn anything like being in Italy, like that's different from America or something that you wanted to bring back to America? Like, did it change you a little bit or what?
You know what? It's just like the lifestyle's different. The lifestyle's different out there, you know what I mean? And coming from a small town, no, well, not me coming from a small town, but like my family coming from a small town in Mexico. Mm-hmm. When I used to go visit this little pueblo called Presidios.
Yeah.
And you see how the people live. A lot of people live like old school, you know what I'm saying? Like old school style. And
right.
And you appreciate that because, you know, I feel like people out there, they're living life with like stress free. They're just like, you know, like on their own time kind of thing. And being out in Italy, like the big cities, they were cool. I'm saying I enjoyed it, but being in like the smaller towns, it almost was humbling.
Yeah, because
you know out there, obviously, you know, when we stayed at the Airbnbs, you know, we were, for example, like we wanted to wash our clothes, and a lot of places didn't have dryers because they hang dry their shit out the window. Yeah. So they still do it like, you know, old school everywhere. Yeah. You know what I mean? But as far as being out there though, man, it was it was just very humbling, man. Very humbling because peaceful, and I feel like people out there just like enjoying life, you know, and not worrying about anything. Maybe that's how I felt. Like, you know, you walk around and everyone's just, because, you know, out there in Italy and even in Paris, you know, wherever where you walk, a lot of places like have like outside setups. Everyone's outside, chilling, talking, drinking, eating, whatever the case may be. And you're just walking around and man, out here, like it's a little different because it's more like fast paced, but I don't know, man. I don't know. It's hard to explain unless you're out there and like experiencing
and soaking it in, like
soaking it in.
I had the same feeling when I went to Europe. I was just like, man, it's so different compared to American culture. But for whatever reason, it's also very inviting. It makes you want to move there. Like you could see yourself living there and getting used to how people do things out there.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Shouts to Europe, man. Shouts to Europe. You're big into sports, big into hip hop. You're big into fashion. So I got all this shit lined up. This is the longest list I have for this segment. I got it from Drink Champs. It's quick time with slime, but I call it choose one or shoot one. So I'm gonna give you two people. Mm-hmm. And I don't give you any other direction, but you just choose who you like better or who you whatever. I don't care. Whatever you want to put towards it.
Okay.
If you can't decide and you choose both, then we take a shot.
Interesting. Yeah. I'm ready. So, I'm
gonna go ahead and get the first joints poured up because and I'm feeling kind of good right now. I don't know about you, man, but
I'm good. I'm
chilling, man.
Good. You know what? I was like, damn. I was texting you. I'm like, man, I'm getting these samples done.
Yeah.
Well, we'll explain later on that.
Yeah, we're gonna get to it for sure. That's definitely the next segment.
I was like, man, I was texting my wife. I was like, man, I'm starving. I think I even told you I was starving.
Yeah, you told me, man.
And I was like, but the place took a little longer than expected. So
it's fine though, man. It's work.
I showed up here. I was like, with no food in my system. And I'm like, oh shit, I already know. I was like, you told me you got these classic margaritas on deck.
Yeah.
This is underrated though.
Yeah, this is good, bro.
You know what though?
Ghost Eckies, man. Classic lime.
You know what I tell people to do though? Put it over on, like if you pour it over ice or on crushed ice.
Yeah.
And just pour it on there.
The first question, or the first two, it's my first one I always ask. So, Allen Iverson or Steph Curry?
It's tough because it all depends how you're building your squad.
Right.
So is this like the first pick? Or just in general?
However you want to play it. However you want to play it.
You know what though? I'm gonna go with Steph. Why?
Yeah. Why?
Championships.
Okay. He got 4.
He got 4.
Yeah.
You got 4?
He's got 4.
You got 4?
4 championships.
Yep. He's the main focus on his team.
Yeah.
Like, no disrespect to AI.
Uh-huh.
Even though I believe they were both point guards on paper, but were they true point guards?
I think AI was a 2 guard on paper.
Not a point. Oh no, because Eric Snow. Eric Snow. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
So, it all depends on how I'm building my squad. But if I were to pick one, it'll be Steph, man, because greatest shooter of all time.
Yeah.
Point blank. I mean, you're not. If you're arguing the fact as far as player overall, but
right,
you got the best shooter ever in the game. I'm gonna go with Steph.
Go with Steph. You know what's crazy? You're my 6th interview.
Mm-hmm.
You're the first one to say Steph Curry.
Wow.
First one, yeah. Yeah.
And you know what though? Like,
there's nothing wrong with that.
And I grew up watching basketball, and I'm more old school than anything.
You're the old,
so,
and not to this, but you're the oldest guest I've had.
I'm more old school, but Allen Iverson had that heart. He was just he'd take it to lane and just fucking take a pound and
man,
or pause. You know what I mean? But and he'll drop 40 on you on any given night. But like I said, if I were to start a team today, AI at his prime or Steph, I'm taking the greatest shooter of all time.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy though is AI I want to say he's one of the top shooters ever in 76ers history. 3-point shooters,
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong.
If I'm not mistaken.
It's a tough choice. It is a tough choice.
And the reason I have those two is because they've each changed the game in their respective way.
Yeah.
And Allen Iverson, to me, is pound for pound one of the best players to ever play the game.
Pound for pound,
like 6 feet, 160 pounds.
Yeah,
without ever winning a championship. Both play great defense. Both have the heart of lions when it comes to playing the game. Unfortunately, Allen Iverson just didn't have a squad to really rally around. Right, like the guy he was trusting for the 3-point shot was Aaron McKee. You know what I'm saying? Like Steph got Klay Thompson.
No, yeah, I mean obviously.
But if we're gonna talk about championships, definitely the Warriors have a much deeper squad than the Sixers did. But yeah, you're the first one to say it. Now, I don't want people to think I just be riding like AI. Pause. But he's my favorite player of all time. But Steph Curry is a great basketball player. Like I would choose Steph Curry in any given night to be on my squad. You know what I'm saying? Because of the fact that he's a bucket. He's a walking bucket, man.
Yeah, walking bucket for sure.
Yeah.
And because a lot of people think of him as just like a shooter, scorer, whatever, but he's underrated on the defensive end.
He's a defender. Both of them are defenders, man.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's a tough choice. But if when you put the greatest shooter of all time in the conversation,
yeah, it's true. Yeah, man, he is the greatest shooter of all time.
I give him the edge.
Yeah, I really can't think of any other shoot, and we're talking all 3 levels.
Yeah,
all 3 levels.
You talking about like coming up, high school, college?
No. Like I'm talking about on the floor. Like he can get to the basket.
His
mid-range game is nice.
Oh, for sure.
He can shoot at the 3-point line. He can shoot at the logo. That's 4 levels, honestly. Crazy. Speaking of shooters, Ray Allen or Reggie Miller?
Ooh. That's a tough one. Because I've seen obviously both play.
Yeah.
For pretty much I seen Ray Allen all his career. Reggie Miller, when
Probably
he came
half of
up,
it.
I was probably like a little over half. Wow.
Tough one.
Trying to think. You know what? I'm gonna say that's a good one, man.
Both are great shooters, and that was their role.
You know what? You might get me stumped on this, but if I were to have to like pick one, draft one on my team and say, hey, Ray Allen or Reggie Miller, who you picking? I think I'm gonna say Reggie Miller.
Classic.
You know why?
Why?
And then it was tough. Shout out to Brendan Rice though, because Ray Allen is his favorite player of all time. He's probably
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's probably gonna be disappointed that I said this, but you know what? Reggie Miller, the reason why is because you need someone. A lot of people don't know he talked a lot of shit. He was a trash talker.
Yeah. This is a very good point right here. This is a very good point.
And obviously he can shoot the ball, right? He was feisty, and you seen those highlights when he gets into it with Jordan, and and so you need a player like that. Other than like, hey, I'm gonna shoot the ball, I'm gonna score, I'm gonna take it in or whatever. But you need someone that's gonna also like talk shit and get in your mind, especially if he's gonna be like on your squad playing. Say I pick Steph Curry with just on your last pick, Reggie Miller with the 2 guard. I mean, unless you ask me other questions, but Reggie Miller, he had that. He had like, you know what, I'm gonna talk shit mentality too.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, Ray Allen, he might have talked shit, but I look at him more as like a Mr. Nice Guy. But that motherfucker can shoot.
Jesus.
I mean, it took me a while to I had to like really analyze
both players real quick. Go through their careers in your head.
You can't go wrong with either or. But I would take Reggie Miller for sure.
Yeah, and also Reggie was the Pacers, man. Like, I mean, they had Rick Smits, Tim Hardaway. Who else did he play with? Ron Artest. Like, but
was Jalen Rose on that team?
Jalen Rose. He played with Reggie Miller. I'm pretty sure he did.
Oh, the Davis brothers, no? Dale Davis
and
Antonio
Davis.
Were they on that squad?
Yeah, but I mean, we're not talking like we look at Ray Allen too. Like Ray Allen, even on the Celtics, he had Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett.
KG, Rondo,
with the Heat, he had LeBron James.
Yeah. But you know what? Ray Allen made. If Ray Allen doesn't make that, obviously that shot against the Spurs, they don't win it.
Exactly. So he has a huge role when it comes to
that was crazy because I remember watching that game live when the Heat were playing the Spurs. That game 6.
Yeah.
And they were already roping the court off because they thought the Spurs were going to win the game.
Yeah.
And dude hits that shot.
And I still remember his the look on his face too, Ray Allen, when he hit that shot.
But yeah, his shot was butter though. His stroke pause.
He had the quick release. He had Reggie Miller crossed his hands when he released.
Ray Allen
shot.
probably had one of the nicest form shots ever.
He did,
bro.
man.
Like if not the best. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah.
Yeah. Reggie.
Kobe
or Mike?
Come on, man. Mike Jordan?
Yeah, you got Chicago in your blood.
I'm gonna say Mike, man. Yeah. Obviously, but I always tell people the closest to Mike was Kobe Bean Bryant.
Yeah, man. He emulated his game.
R.I.P.
Sure. R.I.P.
It's even crazy to think about. It doesn't even seem like he's gone.
Because all the content he's
gone
behind,
from
bro.
us, man. And I feel like he's still with us. I mean, spiritually he is, but I mean, as far as being part of the game, like he's still there. I almost envision him sitting courtside at every NBA game. It's crazy that he's still here, but
R.I.P. man, that shit's sad as fuck.
Yeah, I remember the day that it happened, but I'm always gonna be able to tell that story when when that happened.
Me too, man.
Unfortunately, but
I went to the UNLV game the day he passed because I had tickets to the game. And I heard he passed. I got the shower, and my cousin Jay hit me up. I was like, yo, I think Kobe died.
Damn.
And I was like, what? I looked it up, and it was fresh, the helicopter shit. I'm like, there's no way. I got to the UNLV game, and the first thing they did before they did the starting lineup, because we have like one of the best opening lineups in college basketball. Mm-hmm. They did a tribute to Kobe, and I was like, "Fuck, this shit's real as fuck." I wore my Crazy Eights to the game that day. I was like, "R.I.P. man,
R.I.P. man." But I just could never understand when people say, "Oh man, because when you're the greatest, people are gonna hate on you always."
Yeah,
people hated Michael Jordan.
Yeah,
people hated Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, people
hate LeBron James.
It's crazy, man. And I was a Kobe hater for the longest.
And it's like, why is there the hate? You gotta respect. You could probably hate them, but you gotta respect their game.
That's what I've learned to do.
And because Jordan he just killed everybody on the court.
That's probably why they hated him.
And he was just he was just lethal.
Yeah.
What's crazy to me? Like it's another thing is Kobe. My favorite Laker of all time is Magic Johnson. Because I grew up watching Magic. I wanted to be like Magic.
Yeah.
Like Magic Johnson at one point was like my favorite player of all time.
Right.
Because, the Magic, man, like the little look passes, the flashy Showtime, Lakers and everything. And Magic like was my favorite player growing up, to be honest.
Yeah. Like
at the time, and then obviously, into Michael Jordan and all that stuff. But Magic to me is the greatest Laker of all time.
Yeah.
The impact that he had when he came into the league.
Yeah, he was one of the, yeah, man. I mean, even before then, like when he was at Michigan State, he was like one of the most talked about players in college.
6'9" point guard.
That's crazy, bro. Played any position, bro.
6'9" point guard, and just even at the time,
Yeah.
But anyway, to go back, I mean, Michael and Kobe.
Yeah, MJ.
Gotcha.
Speaking of Magic and LeBron or Magic?
Sheesh. I'm going to go Magic Johnson.
Yeah. I mean, I know you just said he's your favorite player.
Yeah.
Favorite Laker, yeah.
Yeah, so similarities are there just because of their height. I think they're both 6'9".
Yeah. Well, I think, no, LeBron's 6'7".
6'7"?
Yeah, and Magic is 6'9".
Oh, no, you're right. LeBron's like 6'7".
But
Magic's
they're built, they're huge, in size and stature. And they're both elusive basketball players, and they both can all play 5 positions.
Yeah, so I mean, to me, Magic Johnson's like he's like my favorite point guard of all time. But with LeBron, I mean, even that's a tough one because both of them can play every position.
They can play every position,
dude.
Bro.
Magic Johnson, I don't know if you in his rookie year, he had to play center.
Yeah,
because Kareem got hurt that year.
Yeah,
79 or 80 against the Sixers. And
that was when the Sixers were fucking dominant.
And Kareem got hurt, and Magic had to play center.
Yeah.
And, that just tells you, man, that he was able to play all positions. Same with LeBron. I mean, he could probably dominate in all positions in today's game.
And the mentality, too, for Magic Johnson to be a rookie and like, your coach is like, yo, I need you to play. Mm-hmm. I play in the middle. And he's like, for sure.
Yeah. And they ended up taking the title that year.
Yeah.
So I would take Magic just because I grew up on Magic, and to me, he's like one of my favorite players of all time. But
I'm going to get you on one of these, man. Joel Embiid or Nikola Jokic?
Nikola Jokic.
I fuck with, he's nice, man.
Bro.
I'm a big Embiid fan, but Jokic is nice.
Jokic, he just got that ring.
He did.
He just brought Denver a championship.
Yeah.
Something that obviously Joel has been trying to do in these last couple of years with those squads that they've been trying to put together. The thing is, I think the Sixers fucked up by keeping Tobias Harris.
Yeah, we should have kept Jimmy.
Yeah. We
should have kept Jimmy. I'm a Jimmy fan, so I was pissed when we got. And I know Jimmy didn't want to stay in Philly. Mm-hmm. That was like a stepping stone for him to get to Miami. But I'm a big Jimmy fan, bro.
Yeah. So with Jokic, did you see like his stats for that finals?
It's ridiculous, bro. And he wasn't even trying. He didn't even try to score that much. Like he was facilitating the ball. He's one of the best passers when it comes to like a center.
Yeah, like
he's one of the best passers.
Like his stat line for like points, assists, rebounds, field goal percentage, 3-point percentage for his first finals. they compared it to like Steph Curry and like all these players, like his first finals.
Right.
And man, he's on top. I think
He's
I think
great.
they're gonna repeat.
The Nuggets?
Yep.
Is Jokic coming back?
Of course he is.
Or is he done?
What do you mean, Jokic? Well, he's gonna stay. He's gonna stay over there in his country.
He just won a fucking horse race. I think
Dude,
he celebrated more for the horse race than he did for the NBA
that was crazy because
he was kissing motherfuckers.
My brother was showing me a highlight or a video of him when he won that horse race. I'm like, yo, this motherfucker's more happy winning the horse race than he was
won
with
the championship.
Because when they asked, remember the post game?
Yeah,
he was ready to go home.
Yeah, he's like,
oh,
we gotta do a parade.
He's like, oh fuck, we gotta do a parade.
He's like, how long I gotta be here? It's like till Thursday. I'm like, all right.
I'm like, wow, this dude wilding.
But I mean, it's just cultural differences, bro.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
for him, that's
to
what he
him,
likes.
it's like the NBA is like a job. He's like, you know what, I did my job.
Yeah.
You know, we won. All right,
Yeah.
now we gotta go back home.
You see that picture of him wearing a Nuggets shirt or
When he was a
hoodie
kid?
When he was a kid, yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
That's
how shit
wild.
happens, man.
You always see that all the time.
Yeah,
like,
all the
damn,
time,
destiny.
man.
It's like destiny, bro.
Yeah, it is.
And that was crazy to see.
It really is, man. Dwayne Wade or Derrick Rose?
Fuck, motherfucker. D Wade or Derrick Rose?
Yeah.
Wow. It's almost like an unfair question because Derrick Rose is like he's a player that what could have been just because of his injuries.
Right.
And
They're similar players, though.
yeah. So you're asking me like who I'd rather have, or as far as like
Just Dwayne Wade or Derrick Rose.
because obviously
This one's hard for me too, though.
because if
hard for me, too.
Derrick Rose didn't have those injuries, who would have thought? I mean, like what can you say? Like
Accomplishment wise,
I mean,
Dwayne Wade has what, he
accomplishment.
had 3
Yeah.
championships. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, accomplishment wise,
different.
like I mean, Derrick Rose is the youngest MVP ever
Yeah.
still, but I mean that was when he was young.
But look how they play.
I mean, to me, Derrick Rose is was more explosive.
Mhm.
Like, I mean, you as far as a point guard to do that, you would see Russell Westbrook, you would see John Morant now.
Yeah.
John Morant reminds
nasty.
me a lot of like Derrick
Yeah.
Rose as far as attacking the basket and doing what he does. But
Yeah.
with Derrick Rose, man, his speed and just what he would do in the air and just like the moves. But
Right.
it's so unfortunate that he went through those injuries, man.
It is very. I mean, he tore both his ACLs, right? Both knees?
Both knees.
Or was it MCL?
And then he's still in the league.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's now with Memphis.
Yeah.
And but
Which I think is a great move for Memphis to bring in Derrick Rose with all the John Morant bullshit that was going on.
He's back home.
Yeah.
I mean, he went to Memphis there,
Yeah.
for school. So this is a tough question because, man, Derrick Rose or D Wade.
And I know D Rose played for your squad.
Yeah, but I want to be
Bulls.
fair because Derrick Rose obviously is like a player that that I admired as far as coming up.
Right.
He had all the potential and what he was going to bring to Chicago as far as after those years. Obviously, they went back-to-back years with the best record in the Eastern Conference,
Yeah.
even though they lost to the Heat.
Yeah.
But that year was it both years? No, they lost once to the Heat for the best record, and then the following year when he went down with that knee injury, they had the number 1 record, but they lost
In the first round.
to your Sixers
Yeah,
in the
to
first
Sixers,
round.
yeah.
So that was I think that year.
And they were the number 1 seed?
Yeah, they went
Yeah.
back to back as far as best records in the East
Yeah.
those years. And I think that year when he went down against the Sixers was probably the best year that they probably would have had a chance of winning it.
It was, as a Sixers fan, obviously I was happy we moved on. But I was sad when I seen Derrick Rose get hurt.
Oh,
it was
man.
so unfair. It was
Man.
like, because that was a good series,
Yeah.
bro.
Oh, that
was shaping up to be a very great series,
when,
bro.
dude, the Bulls were up like 15 points with like a minute and a half
Yeah.
left, and Coach Thibodeau still had him in the game.
Yeah.
Or 2 minutes left, whatever it was. And when I see him go down, I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
And it wasn't good. And
I was really sad at that point, man. Even though I was on the opposite side, I was really sad because I like Derrick Rose a lot. And I like Dwayne Wade.
And,
a lot,
and you
too.
could just see it in the teams, like
Yeah.
in the team's morality, like they were in it, but they weren't in
Yeah.
the games. And then to be like an AC being in the 1 seed, it was a big deal. But, yeah, man, that's a tough one. I don't know.
You want to drink to it?
Let's drink to it because I would say Derrick Rose, but I would sound biased. But we know Dwayne Wade is
Yeah.
one of the greatest of all time. So
Yeah, man. Dwayne Wade's one of my favorite players, man. It's crazy how many Heat players I love. You'd think I'd be a Heat fan at this point.
a Heat fan against your Sixers.
That should have been a game, but it is what it is. All right. Dame Lillard or Devin Booker? We're going to kill this bottle, by the way.
Dame Lillard or Devin Booker? Wow. This is probably the hardest question you've asked me.
Gets harder after this, bro.
Devin Booker or Dame Lillard?
It's that Cristalino Añejo talking, baby.
No, they both can throw up 40 on any given night.
Of course.
They both can, they shoot lights out. I mean, they both.
But both haven't. The reason I like this question a lot is because both haven't reached their potential in terms of like.
Booker's younger though.
He is younger,
so
he has more of a chance.
He has more of a chance. Dame Lillard right now, obviously, he's in trade talks.
Yeah,
and he's trying to find obviously a team where he has a better chance of winning. Because I think in Portland, obviously, they've peaked to the max. You know,
even with the Suns with Devin Booker, like, yeah, they got Bradley Beal now with KD and him, but
so that's gonna be interesting because with last year when they added Kevin Durant, obviously they haven't had him for a full year.
Yeah, it was
so
like
this year they're gonna have a training camp.
Yeah,
all together. So with Bradley Beal, Durant, and Booker,
and they got Bradley Beal playing the 1, which I think is crazy.
Wow,
but
yeah, they are, huh? Because
Yeah, playing
Booker's
the
a
1.
2.
Booker's
Because obviously
the 2.
CP3's in Golden State now.
Yeah, Golden State.
Is he gonna off subject?
He's backing up Steph.
So he's coming off the bench.
Coming off the bench.
Wow,
That's the last thing I heard from the Warriors. They say he's coming off the bench.
So anyway, going back to Booker and Lillard, I mean, I'm gonna go with Dame Lillard.
Yeah,
because obviously he's been in the league a little bit longer and more experience. And as far as clutch, I probably want to give a slight edge to Dame Lillard, right?
Yeah, I think he's more clutch.
Right.
Than Devin Booker.
And it's just tough. Those two players are tough.
It's more Dame time, baby. There's just more.
Yeah,
more to
it's but I mean, you can't go wrong with either player. This one was a hard one. Let's take a little drink to that one.
Yeah, you want to take? We'll do this.
I'm not gonna lie. Like,
we'll do the margarita
I didn't know who to
one.
pick for that one.
We'll do the margarita because I know you want Dame. All right, here we go. We got teammates: Kyrie Irving or Luka Doncic. Doncic.
Luka Doncic.
I don't know how to say his fucking name, man. I'm lit right now too. So,
hey, so who I'd rather have as a teammate? Is that what you're asking?
No, I'm just putting two players up against each other: Kyrie Irving or Luka.
Because Kyrie's been, I mean, he's clutch too, man. He hit that game winner to help LeBron get that championship in Cleveland.
Coming down 3-1 too.
But I'm gonna go with Luka, man. Luka Doncic. He's, as far as all around and I was gonna say I don't know. Hold on, let me go back. No, I'm thinking because as I'm trying to explain Luka, I'm like thinking about
Kyrie shit.
I'm like,
you think about all the shit he doing. Come on, man. Kyrie's nice, bro.
Nah, I mean, you know what? I'm gonna go Luka still though, because size. The size, and
he is a thicker player.
I think Luka might be a better passer. No, I think so.
You know what's funny is it's a little unfair for this question because they don't really play the same position. Even though Luka could be a 1 if he wanted to.
Got me here, bro.
You know what I'm saying? But in terms of ability, they both can score at will whenever they want.
With Kyrie, damn, Kyrie is.
Uncle Drew, man.
Uncle Drew. I mean, he's honestly like obviously he's one of like the better point guards in this league, but to me, I feel like he's still underrated, right?
You know why? In my opinion, the reason why I feel like Kyrie is underrated is only because of the shit that follows him. And people just kind of like, you know, they add that to the skill and ability. But to me, Kyrie's one of the top point guards in the NBA.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna disagree on that.
Yeah, he's one of the top guards because he could play next to a point guard, and because he's so dominant, he could score at will, and his downhill game is nasty. You see how he gets to the hoop?
No,
he's unstoppable, man. They both can score crazy.
But yeah, when Luka's in his game,
that's what I'm saying.
I mean,
whose range is better?
Honestly, like
one has a championship, the other one doesn't. But you know, it's hard to really, you know, in today's basketball, like championships.
I mean, they both can light it up. They're both. Yeah. I mean, they're two different players, obviously.
Yeah.
And they're both teammates now.
Yeah.
And they just re-signed Kyrie back.
Yeah. So he's excited. He's getting paid.
So because Luka won. So
we could drink to it.
Yeah.
I mean, to it.
Because Kyrie or Luka, damn.
Or you could choose.
They both got K's in their names.
They do.
I'm gonna go Kyrie because that K comes before.
Before the L.
Nah, I'm gonna go Kyrie. Though.
You got the illest shoes.
I'm gonna go Kyrie because his ball handling.
It's out of this world, bro.
I mean,
Luka's nice too, though.
No, I know, but Kyrie though, he might have the best ball handling skills in the league.
In my opinion, he's got the best ball handling skills.
Maybe Steph Curry's out there too. The way he just, but Kyrie, the way you seen those highlights, where
he's nasty.
Yeah,
and then also too, Kyrie. One of my favorite things about Kyrie as a point guard is when he does get towards the basket, he knows how to use the backboard.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like and a lot of players just try to get, to the hoop. Kyrie is really strategic when it comes to shooting the basketball, in my opinion. So he knows how to use the backboard, and a lot of players. I don't even know where I'm going with this no more, man. I'm lit, but I like Kyrie. I'm going with Kyrie. You going with Kyrie?
I'm going with Kyrie, but I think Luka's like one of the brightest stars in the league.
Yeah.
Obviously, one of the best players coming up. For the league,
sure.
So.
And he's got a lot of time left. All right, here we go. This is the last NBA question. Steve Nash or Jason Kidd?
Jason Kidd.
Yeah. Oakland.
Jason Kidd. I'm not gonna go too far into this, but because I think Steve Nash, those two back-to-back MVPs were a fluke. Maybe the first one, but the second one was like, I don't know about that. But Jason Kidd.
I like Jason Kidd's game better than Steve Nash.
Yeah, me too.
I like his game better than Steve Nash.
I thought Jason Kidd, I mean, people don't realize like his 3-point shooting is up there in the history. So
yeah, you're right, man. You're right.
But that's a good question. But Jason Kidd though.
Both for Mavericks.
Yeah. Jason Kidd, didn't he go to the So Steve Nash won a title, right? Did he win a title with the Mavericks?
No, it was Jason Kidd.
It was Jason Kidd with the Mavericks?
Yeah. I'm almost positive.
With Dirk and
with Dirk, yeah. I want to say it was, let me see. Let me double check that. Nah, he did not win a championship. Steve Nash didn't win. It was Jason Kidd.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, Jason Kidd.
Jason Kidd won. Oh, Jason Kidd won it
with Dirk.
Shawn Marion and Dirk and all those guys,
and
right? Jason Terry, yeah.
I don't know if that's Terry Lewis. Who the
Terry
fuck
Lewis?
is Terry Lewis?
Damn, bro.
That's who the fuck is Terry Lewis? All right, let's go to football. Bo Jackson.
You know what? Jason Terry's. Oh no, never mind.
He's a coach.
No. I was thinking of.
Oh no, I'm thinking
his brother used to play for UNLV.
Yeah. Light skinned cat.
Yeah.
With the hair, the curls.
Yeah.
Curtis Terry.
How do we get Jerry? I don't know.
Curtis Terry had the curls, right? Light skinned dude, right?
Yeah. I think he was like,
They're brothers?
yeah,
They don't look like brothers.
different parents probably.
Hey, copy. Bo Jackson or Deion Sanders?
I'm gonna go with Deion because obviously his longevity in the NFL and what he accomplished with as a two-way sport player.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, both are two-way sport players, but yeah.
No.
accomplishment-wise,
They were both, but as far as like longevity and what Deion Sanders were to do, obviously win Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Bo Jackson coulda, woulda.
And granted, they played different positions.
And then that dude was, for what he did,
Yeah.
his short like term in the MLB and then in the NFL.
Yeah.
I mean, he was on pace probably to be the greatest player of all time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he was just a freak of nature. I mean, if you see those like documentaries, those 30 for 30s or whatever it is on him, like, yeah, he was a freak of nature.
He definitely was.
And with Deion Sanders, I mean, obviously the Super Bowls and what he did, returner and all that stuff, and not only that, but I think he kind of changed the game too.
Yeah.
You know, with the return game in the NFL and with all these players. Shout out to Devin Hester though, the GOAT, greatest returner of all time. I don't want to argue about.
I'm not saying nothing.
I don't even argue. Devin Hester, Deion Sanders, Dante Hall, those guys. Devin Hester is the greatest of all time.
I'm not saying nothing about that because I know
that's. I mean, for what he did it in a fucking Super Bowl, even though we lost. But
would you guys play that Colts, right?
The Colts, man. Yeah. Nah, don't get me into that one. But anyway, Devin Hester. Oh wait, Deion Sanders. My bad. Oh shit.
I feel you though. That was I feel you, man. I was going for the Bears that fucking year too, bro. For that Super Bowl, man. I'm sorry. Barry Sanders or Walter Payton?
Motherfucker, bro. Why are you gonna ask me that question? Because
he's a Bears fan. Hold on. He's a Bears fan here.
Let me get comfortable on this one.
Yeah.
Because I have.
You talk your shit, bro.
No, I have so different opinions on both. So Walter Payton, obviously he's a Bear, right?
Yeah. One of the greatest running backs. Arguably the best running back.
Arguably the best running back of all time.
Yeah.
With Walter, with rushing yards and doing what he does. And you know what's crazy? Because in the Super Bowl, he didn't even score in the Super Bowl. His stats weren't even that great in the Super Bowl. But what he was able to accomplish, you know, Walter Payton was one of the all-time greats.
Yeah.
I never really got to see him play. And obviously,
yeah. We're much younger.
You know, so when I do a lot of these comparisons, as far as players, like I always go off of who I seen play not in person, but you know what I mean, like watch play on TV in person, whatever the case might be. Barry Sanders, and I tell everyone this, and when people ask me this question, Barry Sanders is probably the best running back I've ever watched play.
He was nasty.
Man.
I was super young, but I remember.
Like Barry Sanders, even though, because the Lions, Bears, division rivals, Barry Sanders, the way he ran the ball, like high step, like those.
Yeah. He was thick. And he was paused, but you know what I'm saying?
But the way he ran the ball and his height, the way he was.
Just even how they had him in Tecmo Bowl.
Yeah, right? Barry Sanders. I'm not going to say.
We can drink to it if you want, because I know you a Bears fan.
Well, Walter Payton, obviously, Bears.
Yeah.
But Barry Sanders is the best running back I've ever watched play. So I guess we can drink to that because if I were to like pick one or the other, I'd probably be lying because I'd rather have Walter Payton, but honestly, like Barry Sanders is probably the best running back I've ever watched.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You want to drink to it, or are you choosing Barry?
No, I mean, I'm going with Walter, but we can drink to it.
We're drinking to it
because it was one of those things where you got me, you stumped me on that one. It was just like the Derrick Rose, Dwayne Wade question, bro. Like.
That's a crazy thing because there's only you're the type of person with this question that's gonna hit you because you're a Bears fan and because you watch Barry Sanders at a younger age, but you've watched him play.
Yeah, no, Barry Sanders was. You see him like he would scramble, get away from tackles, and just like
high stepping through the
high stepping.
And this is during an era where like motherfuckers was hitting.
Yeah,
they didn't give a fuck.
Yeah,
there was no rules.
There was no little ticky tack flags where like you can't touch
head.
You can't touch the quarterback. You can't do this or you can't do that. And motherfuckers were out there to like knock your ass out.
100%, man.
And yeah, it was a different ball game back then.
All right, let's see here. Who we got? Davante Adams or Justin Jefferson?
Ooh. Davante or Justin Jefferson.
And you're a Raiders season ticket holder.
Yeah, but he used to play for the fucking Packers.
Yeah, that's my girl's team, by the way.
Fuck. Did we talk about that?
What, my girl being the Packers?
When we first met, when I went out to California that one time. Did you say I was a Bears fan? Did you mention?
No.
Does she know I'm a Bears fan?
I don't think she does.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I don't think she does. Actually, no, maybe she does. I don't know.
Fucking Packers, bro.
I might have to buy your Raiders Packers season, unless you go into the game. But I might have to buy them off you.
Oh, Raiders Packers are going.
I might have to.
I'm
gonna take it to a game.
We'll talk.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
No, Davante played for the Packers. Justin Jefferson plays for the Vikings. I'm a Bears fan. For people that don't know,
yeah,
I'm a fucking Bears fan.
Die hard.
We're about to make noise this year.
This is Soldier Field at its finest right here.
We're about to make noise this year. Justin Fields.
Yeah.
Soldier Field.
I like Justin Fields, man.
Oh, dude. I think he's gonna kill it this year.
Yeah, I think so too.
We just got DJ Moore.
Yeah.
Another weapon. Chase Claypool. Full training camp.
Yeah.
Darnell Mooney, who's our number one.
You know, people are
the number 3 now.
People are sleeping on the Bears this year.
They are.
There's not a lot of talk with the Bears. Everyone's talking about all these other teams.
Let them sleep. Let them sleep. Justin Fields, again, not off topic, but Justin Fields was about to break the quarterback rushing record of all time. Obviously, Lamar Jackson has it.
Yeah.
But Justin Fields sat out the last game.
Yeah.
And due to injury or whatever the fuck, I mean, we sucked last year. We had the worst record. They were trying to go for the number 1 pick. Cool. But he's the first quarterback in history to have multiple 60-yard rushing touchdowns in a season.
Yeah.
And
Justin Fields is nasty.
And people ask, oh, who gives a shit? Y'all sucked, whatever. Yeah, but the potential that he has. He played on the worst fucking team in the league for what he's doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think this year they've upgraded. Are we contenders? Probably not.
Well, I wouldn't say that much. You never know.
But who doesn't want to play with a quarterback like that? He's like, oh, he doesn't throw much. He's gonna run. Blah blah blah. But nah, man, that's not the case. They improved the offensive line. We'll see this year.
Yeah. And who'd you guys running back? Because you had a young cat at running back last year, but he was killing. What was his name?
We have Khalil Herbert now.
Yeah.
But then we signed Deontay Foreman from Carolina.
Well, I mean, regardless of him.
Yeah.
But Herbert was nice. I think he's still nice.
He was our backup last year, and he's our
but he did well though.
No, but he's the starter this year, and our starter from last year went to Detroit, a division rival, and they all want to join the division rivals. They want to get back at the Chicago Bears, but I think this year the division's wide open too.
Yeah,
because Aaron Rodgers left to New York. Detroit was on a come up last year.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see what they're really about.
Packers are
Jordan Love.
That's gonna be confusing.
Yeah, Jordan Love
a little bit. We'll see how that goes.
Jordan Love now taking reign.
Yeah,
and then Kirk Cousins obviously with Minnesota.
Yeah.
But anyway, going back to Justin Jefferson and
Davante
Adams. Damn, Justin Jefferson, bro.
Yeah, I think he's gonna have a big year this year, bro.
His upside, like even though like he's been killing it, it's because Davante had to put up so many fucking big numbers with Aaron Rodgers.
But also Davante, even without Aaron Rodgers, when he had Carr, he had a touchdown almost every game.
Mm-hmm.
With Derek Carr.
We'll see with Garoppolo, and then this year. If he does it with Garoppolo this year.
We'll see. Garoppolo's not a bad QB. He's not a bad QB.
No, he's not.
Will he win him a Super Bowl? I don't know. I doubt it. You know, but...
Yeah. But I'm gonna take the young buck in Jefferson.
Yeah, I like Jefferson too. I like Jefferson. Josh Allen or Joe Burrow?
Joe Cool, baby.
Joe Cool, man. That's an easy one.
Yeah, Joe Cool. Man, you know what? I don't know if you heard the news, but
Yeah,
I think yesterday or 2 days
calf
ago.
strain. He'll be back.
Hopefully he's good.
He'll be back.
Hopefully he's good.
He had the ACL. He'll be back, bro.
Josh Allen with Buffalo. I mean, you got Buffalo, you got Cincinnati, you got
Yeah.
Kansas City
Yeah.
as your 3 teams in the AFC, right?
Yeah.
Those
Strong
three-
teams.
Dude, you got Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen,
Yeah.
and Joe Burrow.
Yeah. Crazy, bro. Good thing the Niners aren't in the AFC.
Those 3 quarterbacks right there are probably the top 3 quarterbacks in the whole fucking league.
Yeah, right now, 100%.
As far as like, I
I
mean,
agree with you
You
with
got
that.
Aaron Rodgers. Obviously, you have Jalen Hurts coming up.
Yeah. Oh,
But-
yeah, I do like Jalen
Well,
Hurts.
I like Jalen Hurts because he's obviously the younger quarterback.
Yeah.
With Aaron Rodgers, obviously like almost on his way out.
Right.
And but as far as like young quarterbacks, Patrick Mahomes obviously on top of the list.
I feel you on that.
Dude, have you watched? I mean, not to get off subject, but
No, you
have you watched that
The
series Quarterbacks?
QBs? Yeah,
no,
on
Quarterbacks.
Netflix? Yeah. It's fire. It's fire, bro. I actually the opening episode where Peyton Manning was talking about the position in general. I said it's the hardest position in sports. And then they went on like a 2-minute tangent on why it was. That shit had me like, I was like, yo, I'm locked in. You see the QBs they got for this season? All New York QBs?
Oh, the new season?
Yeah, they
I didn't see that.
got Daniel Jones. They got Aaron Rodgers, and they got Josh Allen. Yeah,
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope.
yeah.
Damn. I didn't even see that because I always when
It's
I,
not out yet, but they're gonna put it out.
When I finish the season, I'm like, damn, are they gonna continue to do this? Quarterbacks every season?
That's just fire, bro.
Yeah, that's
QB
dope.
is one of the most fire position. Like if you're a QB, you got all the bitches. Well, most of them got wives, but you got all the bitches. Like
But
that's
you
the illest fucking.
But you know what? I think the quarterback position might be the toughest position in all of sports.
That's what they were saying. You got to know everybody else's
okay,
position. You're every
so-
play you're getting hounded on.
So let me ask you something. Basketball. What's the toughest position in basketball?
The toughest position in
Or
basketball.
like as far as like if you're like going position per sport.
The toughest position in basketball would probably be the point guard position
Yeah,
because you touch the ball every
I was
possession.
gonna say
yeah,
point guard, right?
yeah.
Baseball. It's got to be
Probably the pitcher.
It's got to be the pitcher.
Probably the pitcher,
right?
You know,
Yeah.
you lose the game, it's your fault. You win the game, you probably the reason why.
That's
you
what I mean.
won.
Quarterback. I mean, football quarterback, right?
Yeah,
'Cause, I mean, you're touching the.
Yeah.
You're guiding your team. You're the
Yeah.
one that. So, yeah, man. That was an interesting show. But as far as like I say like Josh Allen or
Joe Burrow,
Joe Burrow,
Joe Cool.
Joe Cool, man.
Yeah,
He's Joe Cool.
yeah.
He's Joe Cool.
I feel you on that one, man. I got here's the last NFL one. At least for QBs, Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes.
Tom Brady.
Really?
Tom Brady.
You take. I mean, obviously he has the rings to show for it. He's got 7
Tom
rings.
Brady's the greatest fucking football player of all time.
He got 7 rings, right? Or is it 6? 7?
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know what the fuck. I don't
Who
know
knows?
what the fuck he
Who
has.
gives a fuck? That dude is.
As much as you want to hate him, bro, like he's
so
he's the greatest quarterback of all time.
he's definitely one of the greatest QBs.
Greatest football
Great
player
in
of
the
all time.
pocket. He's
Greatest-
not really a runner.
Greatest football player of
But
all
you don't
time.
think Patrick Mahomes, like he can move out the pocket?
I mean,
he
you're-
can pass just
so
accuracy
you're
is
asking
just as
me
good.
right now at the moment. So Patrick Mahomes can be the greatest player of all time.
Yeah.
Dude, that dude made it to what, like 4 or 5 AFC championship, or what year is he in?
I think he's entering his 5th
Wait,
year.
he's been to 3 Super Bowls? He's won 2. Did he lose one?
He lost one against no. He won one
Or-
with the 40 against the 49ers,
Mm-hmm.
and then he won one against who the fuck did they just play?
Last year.
They just fucking no one ever knows who second place is.
Shit. Who was that last
The
year?
Eagles. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, the Eagles. Jalen Hurts
He's
last
one-
year. Yeah.
Eagles.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay.
Oh, that's right, with Tom
They
Brady.
lost
Yeah.
to Tampa Bay.
So
He
when
lost
they-
to Tom Brady
Is that when the Bucks won it in Tampa? The
in
COVID
Tampa.
year. The COVID year.
The COVID year in Tampa.
If Patrick Mahomes continues to do what he does,
Yeah, he'll be the greatest of all time.
and like continues to go to AFC championships and Super Bowls. But I mean, Brady has what, 6, 7, 6?
Yes, 7. 6 with the Patriots, 1 with Tampa Bay.
He has 7 Super Bowls.
Let me look that up.
You gotta look that shit up.
Yeah.
We gotta get our facts straight.
Yeah,
man.
let's get our I mean, we're reaching a point now. We've been drinking.
I think
I'll put Tampa Bay. I didn't even put Tom Brady.
I think he has 6. And
I'm gonna say 7.
I think he's lost. I think he's been to 8 Super Bowls.
He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He has 7 Super Bowls.
7.
6 with the Patriots and 1 with Tampa Bay.
How many Super Bowls has he been to? He's lost 2 to the Giants.
He's played in 10. 7 for 10. You got a 70% win percentage?
How are you not the GOAT? How are you not the greatest player of all time?
Oh,
7 Super Bowls wins. 7 Super Bowl wins and 10 appearances.
So you picking Tom Brady?
7 wins, 10 appearances. Man, Tom Brady's the GOAT.
Tom Brady.
I mean, you love him or hate him, he's the fucking GOAT.
He's fucking with Kim.
Not anymore.
Oh, yeah, he stopped that?
He's probably moved on.
He's with some other broad. I think he's with his ex-wife's homie. Some other model. From what I heard.
I don't know.
From what I heard.
I don't.
All right, we go with some Vegas legends. DeMarco Murray or Brandon Marshall?
Brandon Marshall, he got a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Enough said.
Spray tan.
Oh, and not only that, he went to Cimarron High School.
Brandon Marshall did?
Shout out to B. Marsh.
Yeah. You are a Cimarron Spartan legend.
Well, I'm older than him, but my brother know of him or knows him, but like he played football because my brother played football at Cimarron. So
yeah, they play on the same team, right?
So Cimarron, Super Bowl ring.
Yeah.
B. Marsh.
All right, Pierre Jackson or Marcus Banks? This should be an easy one for you.
Yeah, Banks is my boy, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Marcus Banks.
Shout out to Marcus Banks.
Cimarron, V. That's the homie, man. So yeah, Marcus Banks.
All right. The Las Vegas Legends question. Bryce Harper or Greg Maddux? They play different positions, but baseball legends. Bryce Harper or Greg Maddux?
Wow. Greg Maddux, man.
Yeah, he's a legend, bro.
He's a legend. He's like one of the all-time great pitchers of all time.
Yeah.
He's got the World Series rings, and then Bryce Harper, did he win it? Did he win it with
the Nationals?
No, he didn't win it with the Nationals.
With the Phillies?
Nah, he didn't, right? Has he won?
Let me see. Bryce Harper championship.
I know Phillies won. Oh no. My bad. Nationals won the year after he left.
I can't even read. I can't even fucking read. My eyes are crazy.
No, honestly, I think soon as Bryce left the Nationals the following year, I think then
the Nationals won.
Or 2 years after. It's Greg Maddux, bro.
Yeah, Greg Maddux.
Bryce Harper.
I don't watch baseball like that, so honestly, and this shit is fucking crazy. I'm just reading some.
Hey, if it was if I was asking the question, I'd probably ask like, hey, Chris Bryant or Bryce Harper.
Oh wow, Chris Bryant went to Durango, right?
Bonanza. Yep. But I'm gonna go with Chris Bryant. He won that. Dude, he brought the Cubs.
Yeah.
Or him, not him, but him and the Cubs brought that first World Series championship in over a century, bro. Dude, did you know that the National League MVPs back-to-back was Brian Harper, Chris Bryant, back-to-back?
Really? I didn't know that.
I don't know.
I don't watch baseball like that, so I don't know.
You can look it up, but I don't know like who came first.
Yeah,
but I'm trying to, just because I'm trying to think, but Chris Bryant and Bryce Harper both won National League MVPs back to back, both Vegas cats.
So Bryce Harper in 2021.
Chris Bryant.
I don't think. Oh, Chris Bryant was 2016.
Chris Bryant was 2016?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, for National League.
With the Cubs?
With the Cubs.
2016?
2016. Oh, shit. I should have scrolled down further.
Damn.
2015, Bryce Harper. So Bryce Harper was...
Yeah, and then Chris Bryant 2016.
And then Chris Bryant 2016.
I was like,
nah,
oh,
look.
shit.
This is how it looked.
This motherfucker make me look stupid.
Yeah,
on
no.
TV.
I look stupid.
I'm
the
kidding.
shit was covered. The shit was covered with an ad. Look at this shit. Look.
No, yeah. So
Yeah.
Vegas had back-to-back national
crazy.
MVPs.
That's dope, man.
Bryce Harper and Chris
Bonanza in
Bryant.
Vegas High School.
Yeah.
Do you consider Bonanza East?
No,
The East Side?
it's by
Charleston.
it's by the community college.
Yeah.
On Charleston. That's
just
not
in the
east.
strip.
That's not east.
Yeah, for sure. Let's go to hip hop. Mos Def or Black Thought?
Damn, Black Thought.
Oh, yeah, man. I love both of these
Lyricist.
guys.
I mean, Black Thought.
he don't even have a solo album, bro.
You don't have to.
Facts.
Cause like when you hear him like rap over all these like features, all these songs,
Yeah,
he like almost like kills it every time.
yeah. Facts.
He kills it every time.
Facts.
Like even like on features, bro. Like no solo album, and I mean, yeah, bro. Black Thought is just
He's a lyricist for real.
he's a lyricist
if
for
we're,
real.
if we're
Like,
gonna talk
just-
lyricist, Black Thought's for sure.
He's just like a lyricist for real. It's just like it's all natural to him, and
yeah.
whether he has a solo album or not, or group with the Roots. I mean,
But Black Thought
Yeah.
or Mos Def is super nice. Do you remember during the pandemic, Black Thought was doing freestyles? He was putting them out on YouTube or some shit, but he didn't have on any shoes. He just had on socks and shit. He was just in his room rapping on a mic
nah, I
in
didn't see that.
socks.
For real.
If I remember correctly, yeah, he was just freestyling in his room in socks.
No, I didn't see that shit.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. Biggie or Big L?
Ooh, man, Big L was on his way.
He was. Both of them were on their way.
No, well, Biggie, we all knew he made his mark.
Yeah, he did.
Biggie made his mark with Puff Daddy and
Yeah.
the whole Bad Boy record shit, but with Big L, man, even though he was doing his thing,
Yeah.
he was on his way to sign, right?
Yeah.
With Rockefeller.
Yeah. And a lot of people were saying that you remember this rumor? A lot of people were saying it was Jay-Z snuffed Big L. He was the reason why. Because he didn't want to be overtaken. It's a dumbass rumor.
Nah, I don't believe that.
Yeah. It was a dumbass rumor.
don't
It's one of them
fucking
like middle school rumors.
But Big L was like, he was just ahead of his time.
Yeah.
The lyrics, the shit that he was spitting
Yeah.
was unheard of. You didn't hear that. Like the way he was spitting, like
He wrote a song called Ebonics and he broke down every slang
every
in
slang.
black language.
That was wild.
Like 2 32-bar verses.
Like you would hear that back in the day when
Yeah.
like that song came out, and you were like, "What the fuck?"
Like I learned that the dragon
Mm-hmm.
means bad breath. That's what I learned from
That
Big
fire.
L, bro. That fucking fire, bro.
That fire comes.
So you
back
going
in-
with Big L? You just said Biggie's your favorite, like earlier, right? You said Biggie's one of your favorite rappers, or is your favorite
I
rapper?
said R.I.P. to
Oh, that's what you
B.I.G.
said.
with the Versace Biggie's on
Yeah.
Murdered Out joints.
Yeah,
With Big L, yeah, nah, Big L is one of my favorite, bro.
me
I
too,
think
man.
he's one of my top 5. Big L,
You want Big L? Nice, man. Flamboyant for life.
dude. Could you say flamboyant for life right now?
You probably could, but people gonna look at you crazy.
Flamboyant,
Flamboyant for life.
flamboyant.
Yeah,
You got if you say
yeah. Casualties of a dice game. Flamboyant for life.
flamboyant.
Harlem, baby. Flamboyant for life.
When you, yeah,
Nah, if you say that, you definitely looking at you funny. You saying that
nowadays it's sad, man. It's sad.
For sure, it's sad. It's sad. Nas or Tupac?
And they ask all the letters to spell.
Nas.
Nas, man, Nas. I used to always have this argument with Nas and Jay-Z fans.
Yeah.
And I used to always I used to always back up Nas because Nas was one of my favorite rappers ever.
Yeah.
But damn, like Jay-Z. Oh, what was the
It's
question
Nas
again?
and Tupac.
Oh shit!
It's not even Hov, bro. It's Nas and
Oh,
Tupac.
fuck. You got me lost, bro. No,
Nas and Tupac.
Nas. I mean, Tupac. A lot of people hate on Tupac.
You know why? Because I think a lot of people think he's not a lyricist because he was just straightforward.
Well, I mean, he was a poet.
That's what I'm saying. Like
But the way he even when he rhymed or spit lyrics, I mean, you hear in his music though.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm not gonna say storytelling, but I mean he was like speaking the truth, and he was out to like try to like reach out to people, and like, you know what I mean, and the things he was saying, it was, I mean, I don't know, like it's hard to say because when you're in the music world and people when people rap about lyrics, I mean, who knows who's telling what or who's telling the truth, unless like you know the person and where they come from. But with Tupac, man, he was just trying to like reach out, man. I think, and he was trying to like let people know what's out there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you pick with Nas or Tupac? Or we drinking to this?
I'm picking Nasir Jones.
Yeah, man, I fuck with Nas.
Well, you know that Queensbridge.
My favorite
shit.
rapper, man.
Queensbridge has the illest rappers of all time.
Yeah?
The best music comes from Queens.
Yeah. Best New York music.
Just
period.
Period.
Wow.
Best rap.
Okay.
Best rap.
Okay, I feel
Best
it, man.
rap.
That's why I got the nasty Nas hat from you. We're going to talk about that because Noel is the hat king.
We can go on forever, man.
Yeah.
I mean, if this is going to be the longest show ever.
It is. We're about to reach 3 hours, bro.
3 hours already?
3 hours.
You just told me it's an hour and a half.
Damn, 3 hours, man. We going, man. Look, we going. Speaking of Queens, Mobb Deep or Ghostface and Ray, the unofficial group. Mobb Deep or Ghostface Killer and Raekwon.
You really had to do that one.
Yeah.
Mobb Deep or Ghostface.
Yeah. Mobb Deep from Queens, right? Or am I tripping? Mobb Deep from Queens?
Mm-hmm.
Or am I tripping?
Well, I think
let me just look that up, man.
Yeah, look it up because I think one of them. I think they're from. I don't think Prodigy was from Queens though.
Oh, he's from Hempstead. Which is Long Island.
Yeah, there you go.
And then Long Island is next to Queens.
There you go.
Yeah,
I knew Prodigy was like
it's something like that. Yeah.
Something.
My fault.
Either way, though, they rep Queens.
They rep Queens.
To the full.
Mobb Deep or Ghostface and Ray. This is tough for me too because I love Prodigy. Man, I'm a big fan of Ghost.
Mobb Deep is like my favorite, like other than Wu-Tang, my favorite group of all time.
We could drink to it.
And then Ghostface and Ray, the Purple Tape.
Yeah.
The Purple Tape, I'm not gonna go much in detail, is my favorite album of all time. So, I mean, if you're gonna, since Ray and Ghost in official group,
yeah, I'm
gonna go with Mobb Deep.
I'm gonna go with Mobb Deep.
Yeah. And like that Hell on Earth, infamous Juvenile Hell, even Juvenile Hell, but
R.I.P. Prodigy. Yo, do you remember when we went to New York?
Mm-hmm.
We were at Agenda.
Yep.
We were at the bar.
Yep.
And I was getting a drink.
Oh,
I was
at
getting some
Agenda.
Hennessy,
Yeah.
and Prodigy was next to me.
He just I think he just got out of prison.
He just got out of prison.
Uh-huh.
And I said, you're like, yo, Prodigy's next to you. And I was like, yo, here's my phone. I gave you my phone and you took a picture of me.
I took a picture.
Prodigy.
I'm like, God damn. I was like, I should have asked to take a picture too, but I'm not even like really liked it because he was just, just nonchalantly.
But we ordered the same drink.
Yeah.
Me and Prod ordered the same drink.
Damn.
The crazy thing is, the intro to the show, I have a picture of Prodigy. That picture you took is me and Prodigy.
Yeah.
R.I.P., man.
Yeah, man, I remember that.
Yeah.
For sure. Those good times.
Good times, man. Fuck, man. We need to travel more, bro. We waiting for Goose to get to New York because, like,
that motherfucker
I
got
fucked
lost.
up on his ticket. He went to the Bronx.
Dude.
We're in Manhattan.
Motherfucker's taking the subway all around New York City. Like, I'm glad he found us.
Yeah, for real, man. All right. De La Soul or A Tribe Called Quest?
Tribe Called Quest.
Yeah, I like Tribe.
Yeah, Tribe.
Shouts to De La Soul. They just got all their music on streaming, live streaming. Yeah, all of it.
Yeah, R.I.P. Yeah, so
R.I.P. What's Trugoy
and R.I.P. 5. Yeah, but I'm gonna go with Tribe Called Quest.
Yeah, Midnight Marauders.
Yeah, Q-Tip, all those guys.
Yeah, I'm going with Tribe.
That was
The Lox or Griselda. Going old school, new school.
I'm gonna go Griselda, motherfucker.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Buffalo, New York.
Buffalo, New York. Because
Versus Yonkers.
You know what? Fuck, man. The Lox with Jada, obviously
Sheik Luch.
Styles, Sheik.
You remember we went to the show and we went to the diner and Sheik Luch was there too.
Yeah, after
with Frank Dukes, we were eating dinner with Frank Dukes.
Yeah, and he came through that little diner. Yeah, yeah. He said, "What up?" With Jesus, LA
with Jesus. Yeah, me, you, and Final. Fuck, that was a crazy dinner. Me, you, Frank, and Frank Dukes.
I think his girl, right? Was it Frank Dukes?
Frank Dukes' girl.
And then
Jesus pulled up, and Sheik Luch pulled up.
Yeah. Because it was next door, right?
It was right next to the venue. It was the only diner that was open.
And then fucking Frank had his like Jesus hair flowing.
He had his Jesus hair flowing, so he got a picture with Jesus.
No, I think Frank had it in a ponytail and he fucking took the little rubber band off.
Frank as in Final.
And he did one of those like...
Yeah, he did it's on YouTube still.
Yeah.
And then Frank Dukes, who's like one of the most world-renowned producers in the game right now.
Frank Dukes, man. Is he... Yeah.
Bro, that's crazy, bro. We were in the diner with Frank Dukes, Final, me and you, Jesus, and Sheik Luch.
Crazy. Sheik Luch.
You going with Griselda?
I'm going to Griselda, man.
You heard the new go ahead, my bad.
Nah, because Conway, shout out to Conway, West Side Gun, Benny the Butch.
Yeah, I fuck with Benny the Butcher.
Man,
heavy,
Derringer, all those guys, man.
You heard the new Conway joint? I didn't know it was a compilation type album. It's kind of like the Dynasty with all his boys. So I wasn't really feeling it too much because I thought it was a Conway joint.
I heard that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, with all his like people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but no, Griselda, with Griselda, like it reminds me of like that shit that I used to listen to back in the 90s, They brought that feeling back.
Super street though.
Yeah. So with the Lox, man, like obviously can't knock on them with Jada Kiss and one of the greatest lyricists of all time too.
Styles P
and Sheik. But with Griselda, yeah, man, they go hard, man, and they're doing it, especially like with their team and what they're doing.
Right.
Also with like the people that they work with.
Right.
I mean, have you heard like 38 Spesh? Like those guys.
38 Spesh and all those guys.
So
I can't get down with a lot of them, but 38 Spesh does his thing though, for sure.
Yeah, I love that grimy shit though.
Yeah, you definitely are.
I love like that grimy shit.
Yeah, the unmixed, unmastered.
I like to hear that like that raw shit.
Yeah,
that raw like grimy shit. That's
street fucking shit. Gangster hip hop.
Yeah, that shit that be knocking, bro.
Yeah,
like,
selling crack on the street.
I mean. Yeah, I guess. You know what I mean? Bro. But yeah, man, Griselda though for sure.
Okay, I got you. Evidence or Roc Marciano?
Yeah, this motherfucker really dug deep into his questions.
I was just trying to. The whole time I was coming up with these, I'm thinking about how am I going to make this dude drink.
Roc Marciano.
Yeah.
Ooh. Damn, I don't know, bro.
I mean, you a rock fan for sure.
So I probably that Marsburg album is one of my favorite albums of all time.
Yeah.
Marsburg?
Yeah.
That shit knocks, bro.
Yeah.
I don't even think it's on Apple Music anymore.
I don't know. That shit I think I downloaded that shit off Two Dope
I was
Boys.
disappointed because I think
be real with you.
I think like I was trying to like play it on Apple Music.
Yeah.
And I couldn't find it. And I'm like, fuck.
Right.
That shit be knocking, bro. The drums on that shit.
And Rock just be fucking going, bro. Like
them drums sounded like them shit sounds so raw. That shit sounded like bro. Like with evidence, man, his.
You got to answer this right because Bob Phish might come after your neck.
So are we looking at his production, MCing, all that, all in one?
If that's how you look at it.
Wow, man, because they're all connected.
We could drink to it. We still got a whole bottle of this fucking Añejo.
Marsburg is one of my favorite albums of all time.
Yeah.
So if I were to pick, obviously Evidence is a better MC, in my opinion, but the production might go hand in hand. But I might just, oh man, I don't know.
Are we drinking to this?
We might have to, bro.
I'll pour up. Let me pour it up, man.
That's a tough question. That's a really tough question.
Let me pour it up, bro. Were you there with us when we ran into Evidence in San Francisco?
In San Francisco?
Yeah. Were you there with us? You weren't there with us for that?
Mm-hmm.
We ran into him at a hotel at the Tenderloin.
Oh, I think I was out in San Francisco at the time.
But you weren't staying with us in the hotel, right?
Nah.
Yeah, we were at a fucking rinky-dink ass hotel in the Tenderloin. You know the Tenderloin is like, it's nothing but dope fiends in that bitch.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was me and Goose. We were walking through the hallway and we ran into Evidence. And we were just like, yo, what up? And he was like, what's up, y'all? And I was like, fuck, is that fucking Evidence? It's like, yeah, that's fucking Evidence. We went to the Instagram and he's like, yeah, I'm in San Francisco. I was like, yo, that's fucking Evidence, dog.
Yeah, no.
All right, toast up to that, man. Salute. I got all night, bro. So, cause I'm hungry.
There may be something to eat.
And we haven't even talked about your shit yet. We getting into that next.
Oh, fuck.
Pusha T or Fab?
FABOLOUS.
Let me get you some of this so you don't fucking.
You know what? I'm gonna go with Fabulous because I think I could, as far as like listening to his music and like the memories, like just growing up with like him coming up, and because bro, he goes back to like still like the late 90s, right?
Yeah.
Or whatever, early 2000s.
Early 2000s for sure.
And Pusha, like the clips, damn.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go with Fabo, man.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
Okay.
He brought that ringtone, that Motorola.
That fucking
flip
that Motorola flow.
Yeah.
Oh man, that chill ass fucking rap, bro.
Yeah,
that fucking no energy rap, but still fucking got you hyped.
Damn, did you speaking of Pusha T, did you hear that on the new Travis Scott, Drake, that Meltdown song?
He's fucking all over Pusha T's nuts, bro.
But did you hear that song, that Meltdown song?
Kinda. I told you earlier. It was like halfway.
I think he throws a shade, a diss to Pusha T, and I think Pharrell too.
Bro, because
he mentions about Louis Vuitton, how people don't wear it no more since Virgil's been gone, R.I.P. You know what I mean? So,
bro, it's crazy because Pusha ain't said shit about Drake for the last 4 or 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
You don't give a fuck, and then here's Drake fucking talking about it.
You know what?
Content.
I fuck with both artists, man, both rappers.
Yeah.
Like, I fuck with Drake. I fuck with Pusha T's music.
Yeah.
I fuck with both. So, obviously, at the end of the day, whatever they got going on,
yeah.
I mean, it's grown man business. But as far as me personally, the music, I fuck with both, man.
Yeah. So we drinking to that?
Yeah.
All right, man. Let me pour up, man. We're going to kill this bottle, bro.
My wife's going to see this fucking...
Yeah, she is, man. I know she a fan. She a fan of the FNP, but let's see if she's a fan of the Talkin Bout Practice podcast after this. She's going to be like, y'all motherfuckers crazy, dog. The crazy thing is I'm pouring smaller shots, man, because I know, like, we still got to make it through. We got to talk about the business after this, man.
Yeah, for sure. We got a lot to talk about that one.
Salute.
Shout out to Family Mart Podcast again.
Appreciate y'all, man.
What up, Chris? What up, Jay? What up, Germ?
Man. Let's go. Turn that to a clip. All right. Shout out to El Padrino for sure.
El Padrino.
Speaking of Pharrell.
Godfather.
Pharrell or Kanye?
I'm not trying to drink again. It's just, I mean, with Kanye West.
Kanye West, man.
I mean, it's one of those things where, man, it's crazy because I saw him, speaking of evidence and dilated peoples.
Yeah.
I saw Kanye when he did the college dropout tour out in Vegas at House of Blues.
Mm-hmm.
He was an opener to evidence.
That's
and dilated
crazy.
people,
That's crazy.
right?
Yeah.
Anyways, going back to that last
I think I was at that show. Were you at that show?
I was.
I think I was at that
I got
show.
the college dropout merch tee.
Yeah.
And I still keep it to this day because people ask for it and they asked me to, like, they want all this money for it. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna keep it.
No, I wasn't. I was at the late registration tour. I'm sorry.
No, I went to the college
Yeah,
dropout.
I was too young for that.
Yeah, the college dropout was dope. He was like an opener.
Yeah.
Anyway, with Pharrell and Kanye West, and they did.
You know my answer to this.
I
is
know
easy.
what you're gonna say.
Yeah.
You have it tatted on your fucking hand or arm. You have the little emoji.
Yeah.
What
Yeah. Before emojis. The emoji before emojis, bro.
Before emojis.
You feel me, dog? Yeah.
They both got hits, though, man.
Yeah, they do.
They both got hits, and they both worked with incredible artists.
Facts.
Man, I don't know. Part of me wants to say Kanye West because, yeah, part of me wants to say Kanye West because I think I could relate to him more as far as like the music and the artists he's worked with. But
Yeah. I think he's more of a complete artist too.
But I don't know, man, because they both got bangers.
They do, and they both work with the same motherfuckers.
They're both like, as far as like the music, the sound,
It's so different.
they're both like, yeah, they're so different. They're so versatile, but
Yeah.
I mean, they worked with a lot of the similar artists too,
Yeah.
and yeah, I don't know.
Oh, we drinking today?
I mean, I want to say Kanye West.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Kanye West, just because
That's a good one.
He Chicago,
Yeah.
Common,
Consequence, good music.
Consequence, yeah,
Yeah,
So,
I feel you. The 10% hitting right now, bro.
Hmm?
That 10%. That
Oh.
fucking 10% hitting.
oh
right
yeah,
now.
the margaritas.
Yeah, the margarita.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's just fire, bro.
No, it's good. It's good.
Yeah, it's a fire, man. Jay Dilla or Dr. Dre?
Jay Dilla,
Okay. Jake One or Just Blaze?
Just Blaze.
All right, we're gonna move on to fashion.
Oh,
What'd you say?
That PD crack joint.
Yeah.
Honestly, like when I think of Just Blaze, I think of that song. It's kind of crazy
Yeah.
that did he produce that song?
I don't fucking know.
No,
Right
he
now,
did.
I don't
He
fucking
did.
know.
He did.
Yeah.
He did. Frank.
Ne-
Frank. That's Frank's favorite producer, I think. Just Blaze.
Yeah, me too. It's one of my favorites. Him and Pharrell.
You
like
already
one of
know who my favorite
favorites.
producer is. If you don't know, man, I'm gonna walk off this show right now.
Who's your favorite producer?
Damn.
He's about to leave. Who's your favorite producer?
Nah, we can.
No, I want to know who's your favorite.
Huh? Alchemist.
Oh, that duh. Wow.
Nah,
I
he's
didn't
the
think
GOAT,
about-
bro.
Yeah, that's why I don't have him on here because I knew you was gonna pick
AOC
him.
Alchemist
Yeah,
is like
that's
he's
right.
the best ever.
I can't believe I didn't. Yeah, why didn't I know that?
How's Alchemist not one of the top producers ever of all time?
No, 100%. He's top. He's top
I've been this-
5. Easy.
I remember like when he was like obviously coming into the scene, the underground
Yeah.
scene in the late 90s or whatever. When he used to do shit, I remember I was at Gorman, he was doing shit. And
Yeah.
this was like early, like late 90s. And now to 2023, bro, like it's almost been like, what, 26, 27 years
Yeah.
I've been listening to his music, and he's still around. He's still relevant.
Where-
He's still relevant. Like, even though he does shit with Action Bronson, he does TV shows and all that, he's still relevant. Like, to me, Alchemist and RZA are like my two favorite producers
Yeah.
of all time, because RZA, like his shit was like ahead of his time too. What he was trying to do, what he was doing.
Right.
But obviously you have the Dr. Dre's, Just Blazes, and I mean you have all the other producers, but
Right.
Alchemist is still relevant to this day.
To this day, he just did a joint with Larry June.
Dude, did you know he produced a track with Travis Scott on the new album?
I didn't. I have to look into all that shit.
Look it up. The joint.
I don't know none of the producers on the
so
Travis Scott.
Travis
album.
Scott did a joint and then featuring West Side Gun.
Yeah. Is that the one? Alchemist did that joint?
Alchemist helped produce.
West Side Gun came out the cut. Like this dude came out the.
Alchemist was part of the production on that.
Wow.
Yeah.
I gotta listen to this album again.
Alchemist, he's the GOAT, bro.
Yeah.
He's the GOAT to me. To me, he's the best producer of all
Were
time.
you there when Alchemist and Just Blaze like went track for track?
Mm-hmm. Oh, where?
I think it was at Moon when Final did the beat battle with Red Bull.
Alchemist and Just
Wasn't
Blaze was
Alchemist Just Blaze did the at the end? Didn't they? Or did I see that on YouTube? I think I seen.
No,
it on YouTube.
that wasn't at the Palms. I
think I seen.
They
it on
did a
YouTube.
battle, but it wasn't here in Vegas.
I think I seen it on YouTube.
Yeah.
My fault.
No, yeah.
My fault.
Yeah.
All right. Nego or Virgil Abloh?
Nego or Virgil.
Off-White or a Bathing Ape? Basically.
Kinda.
Nego or Virgil Abloh?
Nego or Virgil Abloh.
R.I.P. Virgil.
Yeah. I think to me is Nego
Yeah.
because he from the start, from the jump, what he did with his stuff, with his brands and how he started off.
Yeah.
And then I think he like with the culture he brought as far as with Bape and with Bape.
Yeah. And then working with Pharrell.
Yeah, no, with Pharrell knows his
Yeah.
brands, but I think Nego, yeah.
And he's a DJ.
Well, I mean, Virgil was a DJ too.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Virgil was
Word.
a DJ too.
Oh shit, I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
But I think I do with Nego just because
OG, late
OG,
90s.
yeah, OG
Or 90s in general.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And we did with Bape. Damn, bro, you got this.
Miami versus Japan.
R.I.P. Virgil, man.
R.I.P. Virgil, man. He's all over Miami. Every
But
time
you
I
know,
go to Miami,
but you know
I
what
see
though,
Virgil
like
everywhere.
with Virgil just being like what he did, and then what like he brought to like Louis Vuitton and Nike and everything.
Yeah.
He changed the game too, though.
Yeah, he
you know what I'm
did.
saying? With Nego, oh, fuck, man, I just can't think like with the other like brands like that he did or like with Bape and everything. Obviously, people knock on the Bape when it was coming up because of
Yeah.
a knockoff like Air Force One.
Yeah.
But
You can't deny the shit that Nego did, though.
Now with Human Made and
Yeah.
you know all that stuff, so I don't know.
We should go with Nego for sure.
I'm gonna go with Nego.
Got you. Jerry Lorenzo or Ronnie Fag?
Ronnie Fig
Yeah.
with Kith.
Yeah, Kith or
Man, Kith
Fear
killing
of
it.
God.
Honestly, like Kith is killing it, bro.
Yeah.
Kith.
Yeah, that's easy.
I mean, I was just in Paris and I went to the Kith. I went to the Kith in Paris has a cafe restaurant attached to his shop.
For real?
Yeah.
That's fire.
So it's connected with Sadel's, which
Mm-hmm.
is I think they have a Sadel's out here, but
In Vegas or in
no,
America?
not Kith though, not associated with Kith.
Okay.
But Sadel's is like
Yeah.
another, and so I don't know if you saw it, you walk in, it's like a bit, obviously a tall ass building, 2 stories, whatever,
Yeah.
and you walk in and like to the left is like the little cafe.
Yeah.
So you can have like a little like, breakfast, brunch, whatever. And then the background's like all greenery with the whole Kith logo on the back.
Yeah.
They serve drinks, cocktails or whatever, and then
That's dope.
and brunch stuff. Then you go up the stairs and it's the shop up there.
That's fucking dope as fuck.
No, Kith and Ronnie Fig, like they're killing it, man. I mean, yeah, with their brand, they just released that Marvel joint.
Yeah. Did you hit the
No,
what is it called, man? I can't even think right now. The fucking
talking about the Asics.
yeah, the raffle. You hit the raffle? Nah, I didn't. I was this close to copping the fucking Wolverine skateboard deck. this close.
Yeah, no.
Just to put it right here.
No, I seen that, but no, Ronnie Feig, he's
Yeah.
Kid, the brand, killing it.
Yeah, for sure. Remember we went to Kith when we went to New York?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, it was like a store in the store. Right?
Yeah, it was.
It was like in a corner joint. It was
right next to that cathedral that was old as fuck or some shit,
yeah,
if I remember right.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Undefeated or Stussy?
Stussy.
Yeah.
Stussy's been around since the 80s.
That's true.
Long term, Stussy's classic.
Yeah.
I mean, Undefeated. I mean, shout out to Undefeated too.
I'm a big Undefeated fan.
But shout out to Mark. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So Mark's the homie over at Undefeated and working for that company, and they've shown a lot of love. But
Yeah.
Stussy is classic, man. They've been around since the 80s. So
Yeah. Man, shouts to those days in Vegas when Stussy and Undefeated was just, I felt like I was there almost at least once a week, just kicking it.
yeah, dude. You know what? That's crazy because I know like your last Gene, who was on the last episode, right?
Yeah, Gene was here last week. Yeah.
That's how I met him.
At Stussy?
No, yeah, in front of Stussy Undefeated.
Oh, really?
We used to all kick it out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's how I met Gene.
Yeah, we were talking about how like the reason me and Gene hooked up was because of you.
Yeah,
Do you remember that?
yeah,
when I was
yeah.
like, yo, I need a haircut because my guy's fucking up.
I remember you hitting me up
Yeah.
about a barber, and I shot you the Gene's Gene's number, and you were like, yo, am I good?
I was shook, man. I telling Gene, I was like, y'all was shook, low key. I thought you was like a big dude out of prison. Like, you know, I had no idea what I was walking into, man.
No, yeah, I remember you asking about that, and
Yeah.
I shot you the number, and I was like, I think I probably hit you up afterwards, and you were like, yo, you good? And he's like, no, I'm good. It's like, yo, I'm straight.
Yeah.
Yo, hell yeah, like, thank you.
Yeah, no, for real. That was a good plug, man. Because, I mean, me and Gene are good friends, man. So,
Yeah, no. So,
was a good
yeah,
plug
so
for
that's
sure.
how I met him. I met him outside of Undefeated.
yeah. I love
Those
Undefeated,
days.
man. That's like one of
Like, we
my...
used to always all go kick it out there, and shout out to them.
I still
sure.
remember my first Undefeated purchase. I just graduated high school in 2005, and I bought a ticket to fly to LA to visit one of my best friends from Virginia who lived in LA at the time. And then we went to the Undefeated, I think in Silver Lake. And I bought a pair of Adidas. I can't remember. I can't even tell you which ones, but I just fell in love with the brand that same day. I was like, yo, Undefeated is dope. And then the name is dope. Undefeated. This shit's fucking dope. Loyalty or respect?
Loyalty or respect? Ooh, you're asking me hard questions now. Making me think.
The whole point, baby.
Damn,
Talking
bro.
about practice, man. We think at practice, man.
Loyalty.
Loyalty.
Yeah, because it depends. Like if you're trying to give or you're trying to receive loyalty. You know,
Yeah.
loyalty is always like, hey, it's one of those things where you're showing loyalty or vice versa, whatever, and you're always sticking with that. Because respect, you could respect someone or they can respect you, but
Right.
loyalty cannot be behind that. You know what I mean? So if someone shows loyalty to you at all times, or you show them loyalty, you always have their back, man.
Yeah, 100%.
Because respect, you can have respect for someone, but then you can lose respect.
Yeah.
Especially like you can lose loyalty too, but as far as like loyalty, man, like it's one of those things where to me loyalty means more like as far as like a long-term respect.
Carries more weight.
Yeah.
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 For sure. 100%. That's good, man. All right, man. We got a lot to talk about still. I hope you got time. We haven't even touched base on what you do.
Do we fucking live in Vegas or what?
Yeah, we in Vegas, bro. It's 24 hours, baby.
Too bad. I mean,
I know you hungry too, so we gonna eat after this shit.
Luckily, you're showing this shit live, bro, because people be East Coast.
Yeah, they be asleep right now, son.
They be asleep right now.
They be asleep.
They be like,
Yo, I want to talk about the hat game because I know you you design hats. Part of the Crown Collective. You got the San Diego Padres famous chicken 2.0. That shit's coming. Excuse me, it's just coming out Saturday, which is tomorrow,
in a couple hours. Or
July 29th,
Yep.
at Arts and Rex in Barrio Logan in San Diego.
Yep.
And then Billion Creation on August 13th. By the time people hear this shit's already been released, but the hat's inspired by Ted Giannoulos, the fucking
famous chicken.
the fucking famous chicken.
Yep.
I just want to know how did you get involved into this? Cause like I feel like you just blew up out of nowhere with designing hats.
So I came into the scene with my brand Hometown
Yeah.
LV, which I'm gonna go more in detail after we speak on these facts.
Yeah, for sure.
But
I got that lined up for sure.
coming into the scene with like with a brand, with a clothing brand, right?
Yeah.
But we came in with just with custom hats, designing custom hats. And so once we put it out there for everyone to see, people started taking notice. And then through Instagram, people started like, hitting us up. Like, yo, bro, can you make this for me? Can you make that? Or, it was just like on some like, just custom, like pre-order shit.
Yeah.
So I did like a Wu-Tang purple tape joint. I did a Big Pun Bronx joint with the Yankees, and then I did a ATLiens joint.
I remember that joint. That shit was dope.
That one, like
Nasty Nas.
But the ATLiens joint was the one that, the Nasty Nas one, the Illmatic.
Yeah.
I flipped the New York Mets logo upside down.
I got
or
that
not
joint.
upside down, but like I flipped the N and the Y together, right?
Yeah.
The ATLiens joint was the one I think that kind of put us on the map. I want to say, because I received a message, a private message through someone from Quavo's camp.
Oh, word.
Quavo has a record label called
Yeah.
Huncho Records.
Yeah.
And he DM'd us and he was like, hey man, I fuck with y'all hats. Send us, like, pretty much like, send us some, or
Yeah.
just nonchalantly like that. And I'm like, who the fuck is this?
Yeah.
I don't know this dude. And so I clicked on the guy, the profile, and he was associated with like Huncho Records, Quavo, and everyone like that. And I was like, man, this is like, I never heard of this dude. I never I don't know, so
Am I getting juiced right
so
now?
yeah, so I messaged him back.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh word, like, blah blah blah, and see what, like, just his response. And he responded back.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, man, like, your hats is dope, blah blah blah. And he's like, if you want, I can get you one of your hats to the ATLiens to Quavo. And then I started digging deep, and so I started looking up Quavo, Huncho Records, and then because he had signed a group at the time. I don't know if they're still there together.
Yeah.
And so I looked it up, but yeah. So next thing you know, I'm like, oh, okay, you know what? He might be speaking. You know what I mean? Maybe he might not be like trying to like
Just get a fast, quick hat on.
Exactly. So, so I messaged him back. I'm like, all right, what sizes do you need? Which hats are you looking at? And he tells me which hats he wants. He's like, yo, the ATLiens, I could give it to Quavo, boom, boom, boom. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna need hat sizes because they're fitteds.
Yeah.
Right? So he tells me the hat sizes, boom. I send them out to, it was New York though. I don't remember where in New York, but it was in New York. It was a group out of New York. And send it out to him. And next thing you know, I think it was like, I don't know how long after they got delivered. And so I'm like, I'm on logging through Instagram, and I happened to like go on Quavo's page, Instagram page, and he's wearing that ATLiens joint.
I remember seeing that shit.
And I'm like, oh shit. He didn't tag us, which it's all good. You know what I mean? To me, it didn't matter at the time because I'm like, as long as he's wearing it, and he's,
That's enough.
You know
That's
what I mean?
enough tagging. Yeah.
I'll do the reposting, and I'll do all that stuff. And so, yeah, man. So I came across that, and I reposted it.
Yeah.
And people were just like DMing us, like,
Get that.
yeah, can you restock, please? Like, boom, boom, boom. And
And I'm just like, and I was just, at the time I was telling my business partner, I'm like, I mean, should we do this? Should we do another drop or whatever? And then I thought about it. I'm like, you know what? Let's just keep it like as exclusive.
Yeah.
And so we kept it at that though. But yeah, man, that one made noise. And then another story. So I made a custom Detroit joint. Detroit.
J Dilla joint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because I was ready to go to bed. I was ready to go to sleep. And I'm like laying down, whatever. I'm like just scrolling through Instagram, like just like, you know, I opened up my phone actually.
Yeah.
And I opened up my Instagram. I'm going through whatever, just seeing my feed. And then I see I have a message, you know, in the corner. I click on it. I open it. It's fucking DJ Clark Kent.
That's fucking crazy, dog.
DJ fucking Clark Kent.
That's fucking crazy.
And this one, to me, like, it hit me the most over, like, the Quavo joint because it was part of Quavo's team that hit me up. But the DJ Clark Kent, he DM'd us, like, directly.
Yeah.
Like, directly.
The legend.
Mr. Reasonable Doubt.
Yeah.
If people don't know why Jay-Z made Reasonable Doubt is because
Clark Kent.
DJ Clark Kent.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so I open up the message and I'm like laying down and I see it. I'm like, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, there's no way.
I couldn't believe it.
No way.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
And his message was not in these exact words, but he was like, yo, did I miss this? Did I miss out?
Yeah.
Because I guess someone else had tagged him. Someone else had tagged him in the post because I had sent it to a a DJ.
Yeah.
Out in California, and he, I want to say he tagged Clark Kent, and I think he's seen it, so he ended up messaging us, and so when I see that message, he's like, yo, did I miss out? Or like, did I miss this? And I'm like, oh shit, like.
You thought it was like, yo.
No. So
coming
like,
at you?
No. So when I sold everything, I was like, I didn't have anything else made. So I was like, yo, we got to make this happen.
Yeah, it's Clark Kent, bro.
It's Clark Kent. So we got to make this happen. And then it's crazy because like I got out of bed and like my brother, like I went up to like, you know, my brother.
Yeah, that's Benny Boss.
And I'm like, yo, guess who messaged me? He's like, who? I was like, look, DJ Clark Kent. Like, damn.
Yeah.
I was like, at the time, I didn't know what to believe. I didn't know what to say. I'm like, what should I say to him?
Yeah. It's on the way.
I'm like, I don't know what to say to him. Like, I was like, I got to make this happen.
Yeah.
I was like, I got to find it. I was like, well, shit, what's your size?
Yeah.
I was like, whatever, I'll make it happen. Like, whatever it takes. Because it's a fitted. So when it comes to fitteds, you have to, you know, on a custom part of it, you have to, you know, you have to find that size.
Yeah, you got to know the size.
So we were doing customs at the time. So there were blank fitteds, you know what I mean? So we got his size. I was like, I got to make these. Like, you got to make it happen. So I was like, I'll make it happen. So we made it happen, whatever, found his size. And so I had messaged him that night, or I think it was that night. I had messaged him like, oh yeah, we can make it happen. What's your size? Even though we didn't have it. But I was going to, you know, we were going to
make it anyway. Fuck it. Yeah.
So he messaged us. He's like, yo, I'm this size, blah, blah, blah. He's like, yo, you can, and I was like, you can send it here where my assistant will get it from me, you know, and we'll get it from me, whatever. And so, yeah, we made it happen and sent them the hats, dude. And next thing you know, like, it was during COVID. I think. And he posted it and he was wearing it and he had a mask on, though. But he was like showing it like this and he tagged us and everything. And I'm like, damn.
Some legendary shit, man.
I'm like, Clark Kent, bro.
And this is hometown.
This is
hometown brand.
Yeah. Hometown.
Yeah. And then you connected with Crown Collective because you were doing this already.
No. So sorry, I got so sidetracked with that. So I know you asked me about Crown Collective.
Yeah.
But we were talking about like just the custom hats, but with Crown Collective, it's a collective So that's why we call it Crown Collective, because we're a crew
Yeah.
of 7 members,
Yeah.
designers, and not so much designer. Well, I guess you can say designers, but we all like, you know, design our own thing as far as hats or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're a group compromised out of, so there's 7 of us, me based out of here in Vegas.
Yeah.
There's one based out of the East Coast,
Mm-hmm.
and the rest of the 5 members are based out of California, like San Diego area.
Yeah.
Right. One of my good friends, he has a business called Crown Clean, and they have a hat cleaning business. It's almost like, you know, it's like it's to get your hats clean with the wipes and the brush and the formula and all that stuff like that. Well, kind of like
what they do with the sneakers.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to name no other brands with the sneakers because I don't want to compare with that. But
Yeah.
so they have the solution to clean hats. You can't clean your sneakers with it. It's only for hats.
Right.
But anyway, so when I was coming up with Hometown, with the doing the whole custom hat game and everything, so we got connected with them because they would hit us up, like, yo, we fuck with those hats.
Yeah.
And how can we get one? Blah blah blah. You know, whatever. And it's like, so we worked it out where, you know what I mean? So I sent them some hats and then we got connected, and then from there on we built a relationship where we, you know, eventually started working where we started, you know what I'm saying, like building a relationship where we started working with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And long story short, he's like, yo, let's make a hat. Let's design a hat. Because he has, obviously with stores out in San Diego.
Yeah.
Because I can't go too much in detail as far as naming the stores too much. But we had opportunities to do like hats. And so that's how the relationship built. So that's how we did the hats with these stores and doing officially licensed Padre hats.
With the Padres, yeah.
Yeah, so a whole year later, we formed a crew called Collective, Crown Collective.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, we all started putting our input, our designs together, and all of us like kind of like doing individual like designs or group designs or whatever the case may be, and submitting it to these places and bringing them to life.
That's crazy that you got like Padres officially licensed joints. Because I know you've been traveling to these hat releases, and it's like hat releases is almost like sneaker releases. Like they fucking sell out. Like people lining up for these fucking fitteds.
Yeah, people be lining up for these hats, and then because it'll be like exclusive to these stores, and yeah, I mean, it's always been like a blessing for me because I've always loved hats, man. Ever since I was a kid, I was always like rocking like hats ever since a kid, and for me to like design a hat and have it brought to life, especially like a New Era hat. Yeah. Even though it's Padres or whatever.
Yeah, it's licensed though.
It's licensed. Like I'm like, damn, to like see it on hand. I'm like, damn, we did this, and you know what I mean. So it's been a blessing though for sure. And then shout out to Anthony from Crown Clean.
Yeah, shout out to Anthony.
And for giving me the opportunity, and all these stores for giving me the opportunity to do this.
It's dope though, because I remember when I went to San Diego, I went to Barrio Logan, and I hopped in one of the stores, and I saw one of your hats at one of the skate shops. They didn't have my size because I was gonna cop that shit, you know. Yeah. But even though I'm not a Padres fan, but just the support, right? And I was just like, damn, man, my motherfucking guys and designing shit. Finally, like his shit's getting out there, and I'm out here just like fucking trekking the West Coast, and I hop in the fucking skate shop, and his hat's like one size left. Yeah. Fuck, you know, a size I couldn't fit, but he's like one size left. Like this dude is selling out hats. People are lining up for this shit. You know, it's dope. And I want to get into hometown a little bit. I know that's like your brand that you've been pushing since probably the pandemic. I know if you made some shirts. Actually, if y'all see this, I don't know if this is a hometown tee, but it's definitely one of your designs.
Yeah, no, it's not gonna be under the hometown. It's just something like a private label.
Label. I don't know if y'all see this shit, but you know the Golden Knights won a fucking championship. So we got the Vegas championship joint. I know you got another t-shirt over there.
Yeah, let me show this real quick.
Yeah, that shit is dope. And it's the Golden Knights when they were huddling up after they won. Heart of a champion. That shit is dope. When are these coming out?
Just be on the lookout, man. I want to say the Instagram handle.
Yeah, what you doing with? Yeah, where can we get these when it's ready? I know it's like super like we got to keep it low key.
Yeah,
but I want people to know like where they can get it.
Right now, it's up in the air though, because I'm working the angles as far as like, you know, I'm gonna be dropping this as more as like a private label.
Yeah.
Just for the fans, just for the people,
right.
You know what I mean? For people for Vegas, people for that are, you know, that are down for the city as far as like, you know, Vegas hockey fans and
right.
And just want to like support or whatever. But we got these hats too right here.
Yes. Oh. These joints right here, boy. The glow in the dark fucking I don't even know what you call it, thread.
Yeah.
Yeah, glow in the dark thread. You'll see it on the site.
Mm-hmm.
Are you just gonna promote it on your social handle for now?
People will see. I'm gonna do it on my personal.
I'll have it linked on the description.
People that follow me, obviously, it's private. But as far as like working like a new handle with the brand, because I'm working more like a private label.
Yeah,
I'll put it out there, and obviously I'll send it to you, so that way you know everyone can connect on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is like Vegas born shit, man.
Yeah.
It's more like giving the city, you know what I'm saying, what they want.
I mean, credit is due, man.
Yeah, because you know, you get these designs by these like professional companies, and sometimes they don't know what to do with it, man.
That's true.
And it's all commercialized, and when you want to bring that like street culture to it, whether it's like vintage or this or that, like, I mean, come on, man.
That shit glows in the dark, and I'll put, like I said, just hop in the descriptions. There's no way the NHL is gonna find me, but hop in the descriptions. It'll link you directly to my man's right here.
And I just want to keep it like not exclusive, but to the people that really, really support and really want it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's more say like if you're a hockey fan, great. If you're a Vegas fan, great. Like it's one of those things like it's about the city, man. It's about Vegas, you know. So
and it's dope shit, man. Like I guarantee you, if you walk around wearing one of these shirts that my man Noel makes, people are gonna ask, "Where'd you get that? Where I want something like that," and you just let them know it's fucking exclusive.
One thing, can I give a shout out to the Crown Collective crew though?
Yes, let's do it.
Hezzy, Photo, Bless, Anthony, Hype. Yo, keep doing your thing, baby. It's all about being a collective crew where we all support each other.
Yes.
And do our own thing and just keep thriving, man. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to be thankful for the opportunity that they've given me to be able to create and bring like my designs to life.
Yeah.
To me, I just can't. Sometimes I can't believe that I have these officially licensed Padre hats out. You know what I mean? That out for people to like wear and like just licensed and
official. You can say it. It's official product. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way these people are gonna come at you and be like, "You can't use this." No, I made this for y'all. You know, that's what you did.
And what it is with the hat game, though, because there's a lot of these hats are influenced are inspired by a certain design or there's a hook behind it, right? So that's why you find a lot of like team hats in like so many different colors.
Yeah.
Because there's like an inspiration behind it and like a hook behind it. So like the ones we've done, we want to make sure that every inspiration is meaningful.
Yeah.
Not just because, we want to do this colorway or that colorway or whatever.
Has meaning to it.
But it has a meaning to it.
Has tradition to it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So with the chicken hat, the San Diego chicken, he's in the
oldest mascots, right?
All the mascots, he's in the Hall of Fame. So he's he has history. Not only was he a mascot to San Diego, but he was a mascot to various professional sporting events across the world.
Wow, I didn't know that.
And then I did another one with, it has a hook to Tony Gwynn, R.I.P., and the San Diego State Aztecs.
Wow, yeah.
I did a Junior Seau joint,
R.I.P.,
with the colorways of his high school.
Yeah.
So just bringing meaning to the community and bringing, to that aspect. So, yeah.
Yeah, and shouts to you for that, because I know, like, the city of San Diego and everyone that's a San Diego sports fan, it's selling out. People want this shit. Like, the product is nice. There's meaning behind it. There's culture behind it. The exclusivity gives you that one-of-one feel. And it's just super dope, man, especially to be able to know somebody that's someone like you who's had ideas like this for fucking since I've known you, and being able to put them out and for people to for it to be receptive to people. And even just like this shirt, like it's crazy because everything that you've been putting out lately, I've been just like, bro, this shit is crazy.
And that's the thing, man, with my approach, there's really no structure to what I do. Because, a lot of people, everyone has their own way of doing things. Yeah. And to me, like, as far as like my designs or how I put things out, there's no structure to it. Like, whatever idea, whatever comes to my head, I mock it up, I do it, whatever. If it's cool, or if I think it's a go, I'll put it out. If it's not, or if I have any doubts to it, I'll put it to the side. Yeah. But I'm not gonna be like, oh, here's a spring summer release, here's a fall winter, because I'm not right now, like my brand is not even about that. I'm putting out designs, releases, like as far as like on the go. Yeah. But like with no structure, like, hey, obviously it's all about timing and how you do it. But to me, if I design something and I'm like, yo, this is dope, I'm gonna release it fucking next week. Fuck it, I'm gonna put it. Yeah. To me, it's like no structure. There's like no release date. There's no like, whole like line to it. Like, I might do that in the future, but right now it's one of those things where I just on the go, man. Like, just like these hats, obviously they just won the championship.
They did, and
the championship.
Matter of fact, before you even got here, you were like, "Yo, I'm at the fucking, the embroidery place, like putting these together."
So I was like, obviously I was overseas when they won it. Yeah. As far as like as much as I wanted to put out something once they won, but it's never too late.
I love that unorthodox shit, man, because sometimes that's the best way. Shit becomes memorable. Shit becomes classic. Shit becomes traditional. So shouts to you for that, man. And
appreciate that.
I know you got something brewing. You don't gotta talk about it, obviously, because it's some. I know you the type of dude you are. You're one of them dudes that just kind of like, yo, it's when it's out, it's out. You know what I'm saying? But if any of you guys want to, you're interested in this stuff, I'm gonna link my man Noel into the description of the podcast. Make sure you guys follow him and just stay tuned, man. Because honestly, even though I'm one of his boys, I don't even know when shit's dropping until that shit drops. And then when he might show me the design or something like, yo, this is coming next. I don't know when it drops, but when it drops.
That should be on the fly.
It's on the fly. It's like you got to be quick. Boom. let me get this.
Turn on the notifications.
Turn the notifications on, man, because it's not like it's 200, 300, 400 pieces, bro. It might be several pieces, and if you're one of the lucky ones to get on it, you got it. And it's that type of art that he's changing the game when it comes to streetwear fashion, in my opinion, especially when it's sports. So, man, what a fucking night.
Wow.
We've been going for a minute, dog. But
wow.
yeah, man, we've been going for a minute, man. There's so much more I still had on these notes, but I'm getting fucking hungry. I know you're fucking hungry.
I'm starving.
We got to get some food, man. I want to leave off with something here. I'm definitely obviously gonna have you back because we got a lot more to talk about. But
for sure.
I just want to say, man, huge inspiration, man. I know, like, when we first met, it was like I was doing the music and all that shit, but you've been a big inspiration to me because, like I said, I look at you like a OG, older brother. And everything that you do, I'm tuned in. You know what I'm saying? Like, whether it's the fashion game, whether it's just you speaking some sports shit, being a father, all that shit, being a man to being a husband, all that stuff. I look at it and I take it all in and I learn from it. I write notes and shit. So I appreciate you for that for sure, man. And if it's anything that in the last 10 plus years that I've learned from you, it's being able to just be original in a time where so many people can be, I don't want to say fraudulent, but in a time where people can be copycats, you know what I'm saying? Copy and paste. Like you found a way to be able to still be original in that time. And in a city like Vegas, where we're coming up in the sports world, we're coming up in the fashion world, I think you're one of the originators when it comes to this type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I appreciate those kind of words.
Yeah,
for
man.
Sure,
It's dope, man. And I've seen it for years. And for it to finally be in the forefront where people can enjoy the product. And I can go to a different city and pull up to the shop and ask them, yo, do y'all got this? And the words coming out of their mouth is, yo, we're sold out. We got one size. And it's too big for me. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I hit you back like, yo, I can't cop it because I can't wear it. Yeah. But you're selling out. You know, that shit is crazy to me. So, man, shouts to you, bro, because that's fucking amazing, in my opinion.
You know, and I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you for having me. I mean, I appreciate everyone's support that's, been supporting or are supporting. And it's one of those things when being from Vegas and seeing everything grow as a whole, right? Yeah. We're talking about just the culture here, just sports. Like if you would have asked me if we were ever to have a professional NFL team or a hockey team or whatever the case may be, just a professional team here in Vegas, I would have been like, nah, you talking crazy, right?
Yeah, facts, man. That's just how it was.
For our city to be hoisting the fucking Stanley Cup. Bro.
Crazy, man.
And then let me go back. Shout out to the fucking Las Vegas Aces.
Shouts to them, man.
Shout out about those women, man, like that are doing it. They did it for the city first.
The first one.
They brought the first pro team championship ever to Vegas. Yeah. Even though they're not Vegas born, but they still brought it. Yeah. Then you got the Knights the following year, this year. Yeah. The first Vegas born team to bring a championship to the city. And now the Aces are on the quest to bring a back-to-back.
Back-to-back.
And, you know, if you would have ever asked me all those questions, I would have been like, damn.
No way.
There's no way. We're never getting a professional sports team here. Yeah. And now there's talks about MLB, the A's coming here soon. NBA, MLS. Yeah. I'm like, yo.
It's coming, man.
What a great time to be alive.
And you're part of this whole process.
In the greatest city in the world.
Greatest city in the world.
Entertainment capital of the world.
Entertainment capital of the world.
It's about to be the sports capital of the world.
100%.
It's becoming.
And people saying we a small market. I can tell you otherwise.
You know what? Everyone's going to want to come here.
Yeah.
To play here.
Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't want to come to Vegas? You'd be dumb not to come here.
Everyone wants to come to Vegas, man.
I mean, the state of living here, like, I mean, taxes, all that shit. Like, come on, bro.
Come on, man.
Come on,
man.
But no, last year, I know we're trying to cut it, but was it last year? I think last year, yeah. So I'm a big Notre Dame football fan.
That's right, you are, yeah.
They came BYU.
Yeah.
They play BYU here at Allegiant Stadium, and never in a million years would I ever have thought that Notre Dame was going to come play in Vegas.
Yeah.
To me, I've been to South Bend.
Yeah.
I had a cousin that went to school there, and he was like, yo, he welcomed me over there, and I got to watch a game at Notre Dame Stadium.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, my bucket list, my shit's checked off already, you know? And then when I heard that Notre Dame was coming to play in Vegas to play BYU at Allegiant, I'm like, damn.
And you're a season ticket holder.
And
arena.
I'm like in Vegas. I'm like, yo, I gotta watch Notre Dame play. So to be able to like catch all these sports teams, capture all these like teams coming here, and all these different sports, it's unreal, man. Yeah. For real.
It's amazing, man. And like I said, man, you're in the process. You're woven into the fabric of Vegas culture. And I know it might not feel like it. I know we've been years and years in this game and slowly tapping into it. But I'm going to let the world know you are woven into the fabric of Vegas culture.
Appreciate you.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And it's been many
Appreciate that.
Many years of just like knowing you and seeing. We've talked about these types of things years ago, and for it to be coming to fruition is amazing. So
so I'm excited, man. I'm excited to see what you guys bring to the city for that August 26th show.
Yeah, man. Man, I'm excited too, man, because I have no idea what it's gonna be like. Man, it's been 8 years since I touched the stage, and my cousins have never been in a position like this.
I was gonna ask you, so you guys doing a live pod show?
No, we're not doing a live pod show.
Oh,
we're doing it's a meet and greet.
Oh, meet and greet. Okay.
A meet and greet. So we're just having a party.
Okay.
We're throwing a party, but me and Fon are gonna get on stage and we're gonna rehash some moments and put it all together in a big, the longest set I've ever done in my life.
That's gonna bring memories back for sure. I didn't want to bring this up, but just don't allow me to go backstage.
You're coming backstage, bro. What you mean? Don't allow you?
Do you remember what happened last time I was backstage?
I don't, but I know every time we've gotten somewhere together, it's been crazy.
Remember House of Blues?
Well, I remember that.
Okay.
I remember that.
Enough said.
I remember that.
We ain't gotta say no more.
We ain't gotta say no more. But it's good, man. We good, man. Look, you're a legend in the game. You've always been on my side. So it's not gonna change. We're gonna have a good time. August 26th. Make sure you guys check that out. And before we go, my last question to you is: who would you like to see on my show? But you gotta help me get him on here.
Ooh, on your show?
Yeah,
it doesn't have to be Vegas.
It doesn't have to be Vegas. Anybody you know, anybody that you can.
You know who I want to see on your show, and it's like I'm gonna keep it in the family.
Yeah.
I want to see Andrew and Derek on the show.
Perfect.
You know why? Because shout out to Andrew over at Hounds.
At Hounds, yeah.
And
Hounds
shout out
Clothing.
to Derek because obviously he's involved.
He's a legend.
And he's one of the reasons that what I'm doing is he's one of the reasons because he introduced when I met him out here in Vegas, right? Yeah. Him and his friends, obviously, with Mark and everyone, shout out to them with 9 grand. So he introduced me to that game, that part of the game. So that's how we got connected. So I met him through going to these like events in the city, right? And then when we spoke about like, hey man, I've thought about doing a clothing company or whatever, clothing brand. So, and then he mentioned about him and his boys with 9 grand. So we got connected, and he was out here in Vegas. So, you know, we built that relationship. And when they started coming for Magic, you know, he brought me along, and I used to go to the shows, and
you were on the team.
So I seen everything. I experienced a lot, and I just, you know, how they networked and how, you know, how it was done, you know. I kind of want to see that, like, what their perspective is on, you know, the game as far as everything with so yeah, man, because I mean, I was out in Europe, and Andrew was out in Paris for Fashion Week. I missed it by like 2 weeks. So
he was with Pharrell.
Yeah, so I called when I was actually in Positano, like on the beach club. I was like out there, and I had FaceTimed him, and you know, he was just in his hotel, whatever, and he answered the phone, and man, we were just speaking on everything, and it was his first time out there, and to see him, obviously, you know, he's come from a background that, you know, he's from his background, who he's worked with or, you know, known or whatever, and working with on Noir with Rob, you know, so yeah, man.
Shouts to Rob, man.
Yeah. So seeing that Hounds, seeing his brand grow, it's very inspiring. So
you know, it's crazy because I was actually with Derek and Andrew for Carter's birthday, and I talked to both of them, and I asked both of them. Derek was a little reluctant. Andrew was down. So if you could help me get Derek on the show, because I got so much respect for Derek, because not only did he show a lot of support and love to me, but he actually helped my boy Goose. You know, me and Goose are really close, and he helped Goose understand the game. And we flew to Boston when he was working for Karmaloop, and he showed us he showed us around, showed us the game. We linked up with the cats from Society. And he really like just gave us so much game, and I got so much respect for Derek because of that. Like, he never looked at us like on some, oh, who are these people? He taught us, you know. So got a lot of respect for Derek. And then Andrew, he's willing to come, but Andrew never looked at us any different, man. You know, like I got a lot of respect for Andrew when it comes to what he does. And like you said, how you're in Positano and he's in France, and you FaceTime him. Andrew's the dude that'll fucking, you call him, he's gonna fucking pick up.
Yeah, you know, and that's the thing, like, they're genuine dudes, man. They're like, you know, they'll tell you straight up to your face, like, the truth.
They will, man. And they've done every single time I've been with them, man. Every time I have a conversation.
So
it's like
that'd be kind of cool to see them on the show.
Yeah.
And speak what, you know, what's on their mind.
100%. 100%. I'm ready for that, man.
Shout out to Derek, though, man, for sure. And, you know, this is one of the reasons why, like, I continue to do what I do.
Yeah.
Because ever since I've been introduced to, like, 9 grand, like, it's always an ongoing thing. I never gave that up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even though it's been so many years later.
Yeah.
But honestly, like, the pandemic was, sadly to say, but a blessing in disguise.
Yeah.
You know, because even though we all went through hard times through that time and hard times through it, it allowed me to, like, kind of, like, open up my eyes and focus more.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, you know what, just go for it, man, and just keep, you know, if there's something that you wanted to do, just fulfill your dreams and just keep going at it.
It's time.
So
the rose that grew from concrete.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. That's dope. Well, my brother, everyone watching this, shouts to Noel. Like I said, in the description, all the links will be there. Make sure you guys follow my boy for those exclusive releases, and just keep in touch, because, like he said, he's very unorthodox with how he does things. And like anything that's great, there is no formula for it except for staying consistent. And I know for sure that's what my man does. So we're going to have you back on the show for sure because we still got a lot more to talk about, to be real with you. So
we can go on forever.
We'll go on forever. Anytime. This is the longest show I've had. We're at 4 hours at this point.
Fuck.
Yeah. Like we said this earlier, man. We talked about this earlier.
You said it. You were like, yo, it's just going to be like 4 hours
It's
long.
going to be like 4
I didn't
hours
believe
long.
it, but
yeah.
damn.
But so stay tuned, man. We got a lot more to do. And then, like I said earlier, weeks ago, anytime you want to get on and just you got some new releases or you want to get some publicity, holla at me. We'll turn the lights on and we'll go.
I appreciate you, man.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
you for having me on the show.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate everything you've done.
Yes, sir.
Honestly, like, I'm excited about this show coming up, August
Me too,
26th,
man.
bro.
Yeah, it's going to be big.
People better be on it, man, if they
Yeah.
haven't got their tickets yet. I haven't got my tickets, but I'm going to get them.
It's one night. This is it. After this, that's it.
I already know I'm going for sure,
Yeah.
but, I mean, people that
they'll be there.
that's seen you guys come up or been in Vegas or not, or just newbies or whatever.
Yeah.
Man, if you guys want to have a great time,
Pull up,
man. It's gonna be a great show. It's gonna be good vibes, great people, man. It's a good time to even network. You know what I mean? Because you never know who you're gonna meet or who you're gonna come across.
Yeah,
So
100%.
and just build that relationship. And I just want to give a shout out to my wife,
Shouts to
Jen,
Jen.
my beautiful queen,
Yes, sir.
and then my young prince, Mavericki, we call him.
Yeah, shouts to
Maverick.
Mav.
Man, and obviously my family, my moms,
Yeah.
my brother. Shout out to Benny.
Shouts to Benny Boss. We gotta get him on the show for
We
sure.
gotta get him
man.
on the show.
He's
and-
also a living legend.
Oh yeah, he probably has a lot of shit to talk about.
Oh
too.
hell yeah, we gotta get this going, man.
So-
I can't wait for that.
But shout out to everyone, man. I love you, Las Vegas.
Yes,
This is the
sir.
best city in the world.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all. We love y'all, man. Peace. See y'all next week, man.